ultimate purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're going to sit down and have a couple-hour podcast. No. You tell me some shit.
Is it?
Jesus Christ.
Just like talk for 5 minutes. I'm like,
So don't talk about your dad.
I've always been inspired by this shit.
Dude, that pizza was so greasy. It was disgusting. It was not disgusting. Disgusting.
Noodle Salad.
Doink. I went to the dispensary down the road yesterday, and I said, I was like, I want to try a sativa this time. Like, I was too scared to do one because I was like, I don't want to be like all panicky and shit. And but I bought this hybrid and it was fine, and I didn't have any issues with it. I'm like, all right, let's go to like the full-on sativa and see how I do with one of these pens. So she's like, do you have any brand preference or anything? I'm like, no. I'm like, just give me one that like doesn't taste bad, like, you know. And she's like, well, do you have any, like, do you want fruity? Do you want this? Do you want that? I'm like, I don't get, like, whatever you have too much of. Like, I literally don't care. But it was because I'd had one of these Franklin Fields vape pens that have zero flavor at all, that I'm thinking, like, oh, flavor's not important at all. She gave me this one, this Jungle Juice Durban Poison. It tastes like Coney dog chili. It's the grossest fucking vape pen. I'm like, I'm going to go back up there just to fuck with her about it. Yeah. Like, dude, I
Coney
said...
dog chili is not usually bad. But, no, I'm good.
Just taste it. Just give it a taste.
Nope.
Peer pressure.
No, thanks.
Are you the
I
type,
dare you to.
Are you the type of person that'll still smoke it even if it's bad? Or?
Well, yeah, dude, I'm cheap. Yeah, for sure I'm going to fucking
too.
still... Yeah, of course. This was like $25. For
yeah.
sure I'm going to smoke it still. But it tastes terrible. Yeah. It's awful.
I know some people were like, even if it's like 3/4 of the way full, they'll just toss it. And I'm like, give me that shit. I'll take it. You know?
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah. So, Nic Stevens. Dude, I couldn't find fucking anything of yours except for a couple of reels. And I was like, I was really wanting to like find some music. The reels I found, you were playing, I think it said that you were playing an original song or an unreleased original.
Correct.
And then you were like, but you were fucking shredding like
Oh,
live.
thank you.
And I was like, oh, sick. And I like, but I couldn't find anything else, man. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I don't have any music out yet. My first single is supposed to be coming out hopefully sometime next month. And what I've been doing at shows is just like giving out free CDs with the single. And I have 3 or 4 songs recorded, and I have like 5 or 6 that are original songs ready to go. So I've been playing out live with 5 or 6 originals and then a couple cover songs I throw in as well. But quite honestly, I've just kind of been, I'm not used to being a solo artist. I'm used to being in a band and kind of everybody having their roles. So I found that it's tougher doing everything on my own opposed to having a team of people.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's, I mean, when you have to completely rely on yourself, for sure, it's way harder. The okay, so you do live shows, but are you having like buddies come in to fill in as the musicians, or are you doing like a tablet deal? Or
right now, I pretty much just have like my computer, and it has drum tracks, and then I sing and play guitar live. I also have a pedal that emulates bass, so that way it sounds kind of like a full band.
Oh, right on.
For a tour I'm doing in June, I'm going to have a live drummer, so it'll be like a 2-piece band. And then the hope is down the road to probably have like a hired gun drummer and bassist for tours. For local shows, it'll probably just be me, but when I go on tour, I definitely want to have a band behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the videos I saw, you had a drummer with you.
Oh, yeah. So to take you back, the first run of shows I did as a solo artist, that was back in March of, I think, last year. My time frame's bad. But I had my buddy Colton, who is my former drummer from Horror Movies in the Morning.
Great name.
Thank you.
Fucking hilarious.
I can't take credit for coming up with it, unfortunately. That was our guitarist, Hammy. But he filled in for the first run of shows that I did as a solo artist.
Is there any interest in bringing him on with you and making this a new group?
Most definitely. Originally, we were going to call it C-Nic because his name is Colton. So we're going to do Colton and Nic, C-Nic. But he's really busy with work. So at this point, it's kind of like I would love to have him at every show, but he's a busy dude.
Dude,
so
that's the rub with like, chasing dreams as you get older. It's like, people start. Oh, yeah, dude.
put that over there.
Yeah, man. No worries. Everyone hits these mic stands. I can't wait to. I'm gonna buy new boom arms and I'm gonna mount them in the center of the table so they're like as out of the way as possible because this set up is everyone hits these
Don't talk with
every
your
single
hands.
episode. I know, like people are like trying to like talk with their hands around the arms. I'm like, just fucking it moves in like every direction, man. Just but that's the rub of fucking chasing dreams as you get older, man. People get busy with life and kids and jobs, and then all of a sudden you're like, where'd all my buddies go?
Right.
What the fuck, man?
That's what I found was growingly tough though with being in a band is when you have more people, there's more commitments and people have lives, and oftentimes you'll book a show you'll get offered a show and 3 out of the 4 members right away are like, we're in, and then you're waiting for 2 days for that last member. By the time you get back to the venue, they've already got it booked. So I found it easier as a solo artist where it's like, I'm in. And then if I can get a drummer, bassist, great. If not, I can still play the show.
Yeah. That's excellent. That gives you so much freedom to just fucking spam all these local venues and go like, here are my avails, dude. Like fucking give me every date you can. Yeah, that's perfect. And then if you can fill it in, cool. If not, all right, cool. You're getting replaced by AI. Bitch.
Yeah. Then if I cancel, I'm really fucked. So it's on me. But it's been cool. It's a little different. I love going to a show and having bandmates to talk with, have a drink with at the show and whatnot. But what I found cool now is like I'll go up to a band that I'm friends with and I'll fuck with them. It's like, hey, I'm in your band, honorary band member for the night. I got no one else to hang out with.
Yeah.
But I found it cool.
Paige was saying that you'd done some shows with
King Norman.
King Norman, and then
Breakfast
at 2
p.m.
p.m.
Yes. Yep.
I always fuck their name up. I say 2 a.m. every single time.
No worry.
And I sat in here with them for two and a half fucking hours.
Funny enough, when the first time I met both of them was at the New Dodge Lounge, and I sent a poster to my band, and they were like, "So we're getting breakfast?" They were like genuinely serious. They're like, "We're getting food?" I was like, "No, dude, that's a fucking band name." So, but they're a badass band, and we ended up playing with them there. And then we linked up recently at a show, and it ended up being the same lineup, which is cool, with a couple other bands. Except now me as a solo artist, as opposed to with the band.
What was that? What's that venue called again? I'm gonna write that down.
The one we met at originally was called New Dodge Lounge. That's out in Detroit. It's really cool because it's like a 2-level venue. There's the downstairs, and then there's an upstairs balcony, and they've got like old antique stuff for sale, and they've got old pinball games and shit like that for sale. And downstairs, towards the back, there's like a pool table and some more arcade games and shit like that. It's a cool spot to hang out.
Right on. Do we? So like, I grew up in metal bands, and then Paige was always around the music scene because she sold merch and she was friends with a bunch of bands. And then like we're like getting older, and I'm like, it's weird. Like I feel so disconnected from like, being in the, that wasn't like a terrorist. It's just my 6-year-old outside being an asshole.
Either way, we'll be good. We'll figure it out.
It sounds so much louder, like over the headphones.
Yeah, it's like when I hit my beer, it's like,
it's just a magnetile tipping over, and it sounds like a grenade just went off. You know what? Before this gets any worse, I'm going to tell them no more magnetiles because I've heard them drop like 4 times.
It hasn't even been that bad. It's fine.
It's so distracting. I'm ADHD.
He gets so distracted when they're here.
no worries.
We don't bring them often, but when we do, he gets so distracted, and I just ignore it. But that's what I do all day long at work too. Is I work with kids, so I hear it all day long.
You're used to it.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, you know that's the stupid thing about me is like, so I'm a pipe fitter, and everything I do is loud at work. Grinders loud as fuck. Like certain welding processes are super loud. Torch cutting loud. Like the places I'm in are just loud. And then I get home and I'm like, if you guys talk in the car, if you talk in the car at all, you're getting murdered. I can't handle it.
I'm like that, but with phone calls, because I'm on the phone all day at an insurance office. So by the time I get home, it's like I don't want to take any calls. My parents even call, and it's like, all right, love you, bye. Like it's a 2-second phone call just because I'm so sick of being on the phone.
Oh, dude, for sure.
And it's not a bad gig being in insurance. It pays the bills, and it's a consistent 9 to 5, which allows me to go out and gig consistently at night and take time off when I want to go and tour and stuff. So it's been cool.
Oh, it's perfect. Selling insurance, though, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm the customer service rep.
Oh, okay.
So,
Are you working from home then?
no, I work at an office out in Davison.
Oh, okay. Right on. Nice. Yeah, it's funny. Like that's one of my favorite parts about doing this podcast is meeting all these like local artists, like comedians and musicians, and then I get to be like, what do you do for a living? They're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, no. I know you ain't fucking making a living doing rock.
Yeah, no, it's not music. Yeah, if you want to do that, you have to play 3 or 4 hours of covers and bring your own PA.
Yep.
And that's what I've preached to bands, because I'm a booking agent too, and it's like people ask me, how do you make money out on the road? It's like, well, I don't. But if you want to make money on the road, you bring your own PA and you book 10 gigs, and then 5 of them you play 3 or 4 hours of covers, bring the PA, and they'll give you your $400 or $500 guaranteed rate, and then you use that as your kitty to get to the next show. Because the gigs where you're playing 45 minutes of original music and splitting the bar with 4 other bands, you're not making any
shit.
money. No.
Not making shit, dude. I have some I don't know, I guess cognitive dissonance about doing the covers, because it really annoys me that people will go out and play fucking Sweet Caroline and all the bullshit no one wants to hear. Like, just turn on the riff if you're gonna
Right.
play shit no one wants to hear. But also, I want people to go out and make a living,
Right.
or go out and play live music, man. So I'm like, oh man, like, how do I feel about this? Is this garbage or not?
Right.
I saw a cover band. What was that, last weekend? They did. It was all covers, but they changed all. It was almost like listening to a Pop Goes Punk album,
Oh, okay.
like live. So it was a better way of doing covers,
Right.
But
I guess if you're putting your own spin on it, I mean,
Yeah.
fuck a Perfect Circle. They're behind you on the wall there. But a Perfect Circle put out an album that was like almost all covers. you
yeah,
know?
that was what.
But so I guess I don't know. If you're putting your own spin on it, I guess and depends on what songs you're covering. If you're playing the songs that everyone plays at those venues, oh, we're at a brewery, I better play fucking Alanis, or it's like, oh, stop it.
Right. Yeah, that's my opinion with it as well. Is like, if you're gonna at least put your own spin on it, then I respect it. And that's
Yeah.
what my band used to do. Is like, we were a new metal band, for example. The guitar, bass, drums, everything was like Korn. If you took me out of it, it sounded like Korn. But I'm not a screamer. I don't really sound like the vocalist of Korn at all. So it ended up being like bright vocals over dun dun dun, real heavy rock. So it created a kind of separation from other bands, which was cool, because
Yeah.
what's in now is just like screaming into a microphone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. I have brain fart. But
Marijuana
Yeah.
affects the memory. memory. Dude, yeah, there's a new style of this pop, like crossover with metal that what is that fucking band every girl is obsessed with right now? They all wear masks.
Oh, Sleep Token.
Sleep Token. So like I grew up on new metal. I'm 32. So like Korn and Cold Chamber and Tool and fucking Limp Bizkit and whatever, like Deftones, like all these bands were like the shit. But the only one out of any of those that like really had clean, like excellent vocals sometimes was Tool.
Mm-hmm.
And but so like I always appreciated that about Tool, because I fucking hated the what my dad would be like, oh, screamo, fucking screamo, I can't handle screamo. And but like I had a hard time listening to screamo, depending on the band. And I was like, man, I wish more fucking metal bands would just sing.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with singing. But now there's this oh god, there's so Sleep Token, but there's another one that's Nevermore or something. Is that the right name?
I'm not familiar with them.
Nothing more. The I don't know, even if you come across their shorts, it's the dude who's like always fucking shirtless singing on stage.
Oh, okay.
And he's always like painted his torso black, or like he just looks like he got drugged through like an oil field. And he's got an incredible voice. I mean, fucking so good. I love the dichotomy of like metal music with like an excellent, almost operatic skill singer. It's awesome.
Me too. Yeah, and I really appreciate that because growing up, my biggest influence was Queen. And I think Freddie Mercury was like one of the best vocalists of all time, and their music blended opera and hard rock and a bunch of different genres. And now when I started with my band, their sound was real new metal and fucking headbang and shit. And it was like I was almost scared away at first, but I kind of put like my Freddie Mercury twang on stuff, and it all kind of blended together. And I've always appreciated that sound as well, where it's like the real bright vocals and soaring over the heavy guitar, opposed to just, it feels like it's all the same. If it's just, sorry, I'm away from the mic.
Take it with you.
It
moves. Take it with you.
You're
You're comfortable.
It's garbled vocals with garbled guitar. It's just sometimes it can just get mundane after a while.
It just gets muddied up. Like I don't want to. Like I love Lamb of God, but I don't. I want to listen to like 3 songs and then I'm done with it for like a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like Tool, I could listen to. And I'm not one of those like cringy fucking Tool fans who are like they're so deep. They're not. They're just good. they're just fun.
Yeah.
But you know what I like in the middle of this conversation, I realized I need to confess something to you. I fucking hate Blink-182 like with a passion.
Oh, that's okay. That doesn't bug me.
I fucking hate. No, well,
Where are you?
I knew that.
Well, I know that you know that I hate Blink-182. What you didn't know is that I auditioned for a Blink-182 cover band. I just randomly remembered that.
I feel like you told me this before, but
Did I tell you that?
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Is it a drummer?
Yeah, yeah. They brought me in and they're like, "Do you know
You can't compare.
to Travis Barker?" I was in jazz band. All right. Like, listen, Travis Barker is excellent at what he does. I'll leave it at that.
Can you play the drums upside down?
I have never had the opportunity because I wasn't in a pandering band that wrote songs for 16-year-olds when I was 30.
No comment.
I guess
He can.
I guess if I did that, I'd have the opportunity to. Ugh,
I saw him do it.
that's all right. Cool. Neat. Great, grand, wonderful. I appreciate like good drummers, and he's a good drummer. He's good. He's just like he is what he needs to be. He's like this. I feel about Travis Barker the way I feel about Ringo Starr, which is like if you put him in a different band, it would be like ugh. But because he's in the band that he's in, it's like okay, you did exactly what you should have been doing in that band.
That's a good analysis. I agree with that. He's not the member of the band where you necessarily say, "Oh my God," it blows you away. In my opinion, it's the vocals because that's like the most jaunting thing. Like everyone's going, "Where are you?" and they're trying to impersonate the vocals.
Yeah.
Or I was thinking of the guitar riff, but that's Weezer.
Oh.
So
Buddy Holly or whatever.
yeah.
Fucking yeah, Weezer's one that I'd never have like I haven't spent a lot of time listening to.
I love Weezer.
Yeah, like we have a bunch of Weezer vinyl and I've listened to one of those. I've listened to the Blue Album, whatever that one is. It might be called
The Blue Album.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's good, but like I feel like I should dive into it more.
You should.
I don't know. But like I grew up in jazz bands, or jazz band in school and like orchestra and then like drumline and marching band. So like listening to bands that are like 4 on the floor, just like fucking just power chords and regular rock bands, I'm like bored as fuck immediately. I don't know, I can't do it.
When I was younger, that was definitely my thing. But as I've gotten older, I like drift into shit that's more complex. Like, have you heard of bands like Thank You Scientist?
I fucking love Thank You Scientist.
Me too.
Yes!
I was listening to them on the way here. It's like fucking getting all into it and shit.
Dude, like Dance Gavin Dance, Thank You Scientist, fucking Sewing, I don't know, Periphery, yeah, dude. If you're playing in some obnoxious time signature, I'm fucking for it.
Yep.
And if you do it in some like obnoxious Egyptian scale, I'm fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, that's the type of shit I love too. And it's like sometimes it can be a bit much, but like when you're just fucking vibing, that's some cool shit.
Yeah.
Especially when there's some intricate bass lines. That's what I love.
Fuck yeah.
That's something that as a live band, I'm excited to hopefully incorporate with the bassist. Is like it's something I do miss is having a full rhythm section and stuff like that. It definitely fills out the sound live.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
When it's just me, it's kind of boring. I can ring my head around and go crazy, but it's still just one person. So.
Are you a fanboy of like bands in general? Like, do you know the members and shit?
Of ones I really like, yeah.
Okay,
but
so-
not of like, a vast majority of bands.
Right
no.
on. Okay, so is there a bassist that you're like, that guy's that's the bass player?
And it sucks because I don't even know his name. Have you heard of the band Stop Drop Rewind? They're blowing up on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that.
Stop, Drop, Rewind. They're kind of like a pop punk. They're like a bunch of 40-year-old dudes, right?
Yeah,
They
proggy, and
they
then
play
it's-
like in a basement band, basically. Like all their content's like in their basement.
Yeah, well, that, and it's usually just like the bassist recording like this and doing videos. and
Okay.
their bassist is fucking crazy. Who else can I think of?
I'm gonna have to look at them because
Stop, Drop, Rewind. They're like real proggy and poppy and pop punky. It's like
Yeah, they're fun. They're like Midwest
funky,
prog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun.
Who else could I think of?
Dude, you know who I think is underrated is the bass player from Rancid.
I'm not familiar with them.
Dude, what? You don't listen to any punk?
he's
No,
only
not really.
22.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but like that doesn't mean anything. Like I love 80s R&B.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, and I fucking love 80s R&B.
What era were they?
90s, like
Okay.
80s, 90s,
Yeah, I'm
maybe
not.
late 80s.
A lot of my music taste growing up was like 70s, and then now it's like.
Oh,
Now
so it
it's just
doesn't even
like
matter.
now
That
it's
he's
just like
22.
random shit that
Yeah.
come like Stop, Drop, Rewind or whatever the fuck. Thank You Scientists. That's what I was trying to say. Bands like
I
that.
fucking love Thank You Scientists. I forget about them. They're one of those bands where like I'll get obsessed, and then it's like, okay, I need to calm this the fuck down, and then I like take a break from them for like 2 months, and I'm like, what was that? That wasn't Dance Gavin Dance. Well, who was that? Was
Do
that
they
between the
sound like
buried?
Dance
Was that
Gavin
between the
Dance?
buried and me? No, that wasn't between the buried and me. And then it takes me like a month to like,
Yep.
oh fucking Thank You
Yep.
Scientists. There it is. I gotta come back to this. I fucking love Thank You Scientists.
Do they sound like Dance Gavin Dance?
Dance Gavin Dance, Between the Buried and Me, fucking I don't know, like they're in the universe of Dance Gavin Dance and Between the Buried and Me, and I hate to say periphery because periphery is like gent, but like that kind of melodic prog, almost like Snarky Puppy, but like heavier. That's not helpful. I'm
Oh, it's
sorry.
not,
That's a
but I'll
fucking-
look at 'em.
That's
I'll
a vague
listen.
ass. Never mind. I just start like naming more and more vague.
Yeah.
It's like King Crimson, but modern. Like I don't know what else.
Are they
It's
actually
Celt-
like King's King
Sure is.
Crimson?
First time talking. They are.
Yeah.
They are, but modern. It's like Celtic Frost, but Prague.
Okay.
And just like get even worse. Fucking-
But yeah, with them it's funny. I forget about them every year or so, and then I'll be scrolling through Facebook and see a tour poster where they're the openers on a bill. It's like, oh my god! And I go back, listen to their music,
Yeah.
go on a binge.
Fuck yeah. That's how I am with every prog band I love. And it's just like I get like so like I'll like obsess for a few months and I'm like, fuck, I can't. I gotta go back to like my home base is Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, okay.
So like I just circle like every
Home base, that's all he listens to all the time.
It's not all I listen to. Listen, just because I'm in the 0.01%, according to according to YouTube Music, I got a notification today. You are in the 0.01% of Dave Matthews
Yeah.
Band's listener. He's fucking excellent.
I only know one of his songs, but I fucking love it, and I don't even know the name of it.
How dare you?
It's bad. I could find it eventually.
I've never met anybody who's as obsessed with Dave Matthews. as
They're
you
so
are.
good. Okay, as the sheer musicianship of that group of men is incredible. It's fucking insane. I don't know how they all got like so lucky to like one guy. Dave Matthews is a bartender at this bar. Carter Beauford is a drummer who's like playing with a couple of different groups that do shows at this bar, and then all of a sudden they just put together. They just kind of like, hey, you want to play? Yeah, you want to do something together? Blah blah blah, and then they put together this like 6-piece group of men, and it's all of them are fucking murderers on their selected, on their particular fucking.
I didn't know
discipline.
that's how they met.
Yeah, they all were kind of like circling around this local bar in Virginia or something. Amazing. Like, what are the odds you find like the fucking some of the like the most interesting and influential fucking musicians in a bar?
Yeah,
You know,
In Virginia.
I think it was Virginia. I should. You got to chat GPT me
Oh
to fact
my
check.
gosh.
You got to fact check me as we go. This is your job.
How do I
You're
Google-
my Jamie.
how do
you don't
I-
Google shit. You chat GPT it.
Google that, Jamie.
Just I don't know. Say like, where did the members of Dave Matthews meet? Do it with your mouth. It'll take 3 seconds.
I'm not 45.
But you tried to Google something, dude. I tried to use my watch to Google something at work because we were talking about Legionnaire's disease.
It was Virginia.
It was Virginia. All right, cool. I tried to Google something on my watch. I was in a position where I couldn't like get my phone out, but I was like, dude, no, Legionnaire's disease exists in moving bodies of water. You're fucking full of shit or whatever. And so I tried using my watch, and it was like, sorry, I don't understand. And I asked it again. It was like, sorry, I don't understand. And I asked it again. It's like navigating to, and then just some random fucking bar. I'm like, I was like, can I switch you to ChatGPT? Google, you're fucking useless.
Wanted you to get a drink.
Oh my god.
It knew what you needed.
I did go drink at lunch.
There you go.
With my boss, so I can't get in trouble for it.
Exactly.
We took like a 2-hour lunch today.
What's that like to be able to do that?
Do I need to put you on blast
No,
right now?
please don't.
My record lunch is actually at my current job, and it's like pushing an hour, which that's a new experience for me. Because at my old insurance job, it was a half hour. So now it's like after 30 minutes, I'm like constantly watching the clock. And I feel like I spend the first 20 minutes of my lunch determining what time my lunch ends. It's like I start my lunch at 1:20 and I got 45 minutes. So that means it'll be 2:05. And then like 5 minutes later, I'll look and like reevaluate. And then the time keeps changing. And then like once 1:50 rolls around, I like freak out. It's like, what the fuck? And every day it's the same thing. You know, it's like,
Dude,
I don't really get an actual lunch break. So I just kind of,
Yeah.
that doesn't really, I just eat as I go. I don't know.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, I can't do that.
When I was a
can't do that
teacher,
in my job.
when I was a teacher, we got 20 minutes.
that's a short lunch.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
The
And now
way-
it's just kind of like you whenever.
The way the teachers are treated is ridiculous. They like, I suspected a lot of the stuff, but like when I started dating you, and then it was like, oh, I don't get a break. I buy my own fucking markers and shit. I gotta provide half of the stuff that I need for my classroom, and then also the administration blames me for all the issues that they're having with the parents, and then the parents are like blaming the school district and me for the issues their kid are having. But then when the things are going well, they don't give me fucking credit.
Yeah.
But then when they graduate, they're like, oh my God, I loved you. And you're like, I fucking used to give me panic attacks. Like I
Right.
used to not be able to sleep at night because of you, and you loved me now? Like,
All of that way, unfortunately, being underpaid compared to,
Yeah.
jobs. It should be a lot higher paid for dealing with kids and shit.
way underpaid.
Yeah.
I mean, she was making, when we met, I was an apprentice, and I was making the same amount of money as she was, and she has a master's degree.
Woo.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It's asinine.
needs to change. And even with being a musician, a comedian, whatever it is, it's tough in certain areas to make money, and it shouldn't be that way. And I'm not saying that everybody should make the same amount, but there should at least be a standard. Like everybody should be able to live comfortably and have some disposable income where they can go out and live their dreams, whether start a podcast or me doing the music thing.
Right.
But unfortunately, for a lot of people, that's not the case. I know so many people that just go to work, go home, have a couple drinks, go to sleep, and repeat day after day after, and that shit fucking kills me.
I'm
to see.
literally, I'm working on a bit talking about this. I'm working on a bit where I'm like, I feel like I lost 10 years to Groundhog's Day. I had kids young, and then it was like rinse and repeat every day for a decade. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was in my 20s yesterday. And like now I spent 10 years consuming other people's art instead of creating it like I always wanted to. And then I'm like, why am I depressed? Why am I fat? Why am I like impulsive and angry? And like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's because like I'm not doing anything for me. I'm like only existing to pay the fucking consumer's bill again,
Yeah, that shit is fucking draining.
Dude, yeah. I mean, it's, and you're 22. So like, just stay focused on it, dude. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Cause like 22 is about the time that like, I was like, fuck, I'm so sick of dealing with my dumb friends, like not showing up to practice,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it can be frustrating, and you know, it's cool being young, but at the same time, I've had scenarios where people like are ageist against me because I'm too young and don't think I know anything. But, you know, at the end of the day, I've been on my own for 4 years, and you know, I realize that it's fucking shit to be an adult. It sucks to pay bills and to go to work and have responsibilities. But it's like on the flip side, you know, I could leave this podcast and go on a week tour. And the only thing that's stopping me is myself, you know.
Right.
I got a car, I got the, you know, got my tablet and shit. So, and thankfully a supportive fiance. So that's the biggest thing. You got to have a support system. So,
Dude, that's huge. Especially, you know, being with the right person is massive. You know, absolutely fucking massive. Being with the wrong person can be such an extreme detriment that, like, it's like you can lose your entire purpose because you get lost in trying to appease a relationship that you probably shouldn't even be in, you know? So, like, being with the right person is fucking huge.
most definitely.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. I don't know. I wish that there was a more simple answer than, like, universal, like, basic income, where it's like that's a fun idea because, like, we want to be in a renaissance. We want things to be so abundant that we get to the people that could create art get to. But so many people are not doing it because they can't, you know, and it's a fucking shame. It's a shame. I mean, like, I'm like starting over here at, you know, 30-ish, you know, I'm 32, so, like, I started doing this at 31 and started comedy at 32, and it's like I've been wanting to do those things since I was a teenager, you know. And I'm finally in a position where I don't want to say I have disposable income because it's like, I mean,
No, you don't.
we make good money, but it's like, I don't know, things that, like, the bar has been moved so far that, like, what I thought was my end goal for making money is like, oh, I'm, like, just barely able to pay my bills making that money now,
right.
you know. But being in a position where we can have a studio and have a podcast and, you know, bring on fucking random people that we meet on the internet like our moms told us not to is awesome. Danger. It's fucking awesome.
It's not in our house anymore, so it's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, yeah, doing it in the house was like, absolutely, we cannot have fucking guests from the, you know, random fucking musician forums or whatever, and like, hey, come on over.
Yeah, you never know who you're gonna meet, especially musicians. We're crazy fucks. Like, I can convince random people from the internet to just stay at my house, and it's convincing because they'd rather do that than sleep in a van, you know, and we're on tour. So.
My friends growing up, they're from Chicago and they were touring here. They needed a place to stay, and I was like, all right, you guys can sleep in our camper.
There you go. And they're like, fuck yeah.
They're like, all right, you got beds in there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Really?
I was like 16 at the...
Slept in your dad's pop-up?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Who was the band?
They're called She's Alive.
And they slept in your dad's
pop-up
camper in the backyard?
They were following Warped Tour.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's what the Warped Tour was right down the street from my parents' house. So I was like, yeah, if you guys want to stay here, you can sleep in the house, but you could all have your own beds in the camper. So they slept in the camper.
You think your parents would have let a bunch of random dudes sleep in the house with their 16-year-old daughter? There ain't no fucking way.
I don't think I was 16. I might have actually been I might have been 18. I don't know. I might have been older.
There's no fucking way. There's no way your dad's like, yeah, come on in, fellas. Either that or he's putting you on the air mattress next to his bed to make sure.
I think I was 18. But yeah, they slept in the camper.
That's fucking
And then we were
hilarious.
late to Warped Tour the next day because Timmy, their singer, or was he singer? Guitar player, had to straighten his hair.
Sounds like the singer.
This is why Warped Tour is no longer.
They were all just happy because they all got to shower too, so they were just happy that they got to shower.
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious. Probably feels amazing if you haven't in a while.
They're just like in a random, like I was friends with Alex was their singer. My friend Alex was their singer. I was better friends with him than the other guys, but yeah, so they all were at a random house and they were just happy because they had a bed and a shower.
Yeah. That's a luxury on tour, I found. My showers are usually like Planet Fitness, or recently I found Love's for like $15-20, you can go get a shower and it's unlimited time. So my fiance and I will like, take turns and we can stay in there for freaking 2 hours if we want, which is nice when you're on the road. Just fucking have like a little sauna to yourself pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's a truck stop. So, I mean, it can be kind of gross, but typically the showers are at least clean, and we put down like fucking 4 towels and use like half a tub of soap and fucking do a little disinfectant, which I don't know if he does anything, just spraying hot water and soap on the ground.
Feels like it's
yeah, exactly.
It feels better than when you walked in.
Right. And wear sandals.
Oh,
of
yeah,
course.
for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but it's actually like a peak touring experience, just like the love shower and like a day old fucking roller hot dog. That's like peak living.
Oh man. So how many tours have you gone on? I mean, you're pretty young.
5, I think.
Yeah?
4 or 5. Let me do them. The first one was a Midwest tour with Horror Movies in the Morning. That was like our debut run. We did like 6, 7, or 8 dates across the Midwest, did like a big circle. And then I did a follow-up tour with them. That was with Scotty Austin, a Saving Abel. We went over the East Coast. That was fucking dumb because it was in December and roads were snowy, driving through like mountains and shit. I was white knuckling it. That was dumb. Following that, I did some hired gun stuff where I was a guitarist for Brendan Starr. She's out in Pennsylvania. So for rehearsals, I'd like fly or drive out there the day before tour. We'd jam and then we'd go on the road. We did one tour going down the East Coast. And then we did another tour. Shit, this is getting bad. I usually remember this stuff. Oh, yeah, we went down the East Coast on the first one, and the second one we did Midwest again, which unfortunately half the gigs like ended up either canceling or not really going as planned, but it's not his fault. It's just when you're DIY on the road, that type of shit happens, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
That's fun though.
yeah, dude, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
And it's a strain financially, definitely, because you're not making any money. It's like I'm always calculating like it's gonna be this for gas, hotels, this, all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Ends up costing usually a couple grand each time. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping it'll eventually lead to something. It's just I got to be more smart about when and where I'm doing it. Not just going on tour to go on tour.
Right.
Got to be smart about which markets I'm playing and stuff like that.
What happened with the band that
My original band?
yeah,
Horror
the
Movies in the Morning.
Horror Movies in the Morning.
And slight side note, if you like new metal, Cold Chamber, Slipknot, all that shit, you would love our 2 albums. So you got to check that out.
Yeah.
But basically, we got to a point where we had some festivals lined up, some cool opportunities, and we were all just kind of in different places mentally. So we ended up breaking up. And that was about it.
Was it kind of like just kind
I feel
of
like that's
fizzle
how
out?
it always goes.
Trying to think how much I want to say because I do love everybody in that band. It just broke my heart. But basically, it was just kind of a
Who
quick
fucked whose girlfriend? No, I'm
No.
just kidding.
cut. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, no, no. Anyways, it was just like towards the end of the band, it just fizzled out quickly. Like I said, we're in different places mentally, and
Yeah.
like I'm of the mindset where it's like if you had a tour opportunity and I can do it, like let's fucking go. And some of us just had more commitments to our jobs than others, and
Sure.
stuff like that can
Yeah,
become
it's hard
tough.
it's hard to pick like real life over the dream,
Right.
It's like I mean, there's times where, like this podcast. Like I have a national touring comedian coming on next Thursday, so I'm gonna
awesome.
miss a day of work to do a podcast, and I'm like, God, is that fucking worth it? And it's like, but it is though.
Right.
Like eventually it is, and if it can expose me to his audience, that could be huge for me, and but like. God, yeah, it sucks. It sucks when you have opportunities and then you're like, what? Like, why? Why not? Like, what the fuck? Me and I've told this story 100 times, but like me, my brother, my best friend Matt, and our friend Scotty, we had a band. We were called like fucking High Vis, then we were called Shoot to Kill, then we were called fucking Intra most recently. Like we had all these iterations of basically the same band. And when we got real serious, but like everybody was in a terrible place in their life. So it was like the moment that we picked to get serious for once, like actually start recording, actually start putting out music, actually like I was like, dude, let's do behind the scenes YouTube videos. Let's start I started a podcast. This is in 2016. We're like, let's do a podcast. We'll call it our band was called Intro, and I was like, introspective is kind of like a funny like play on the word, play on the words, and like we talk about the music and then shoot the shit, and I was like, this is gonna be so fucking dope. And it just, I don't know, like Matt, my best friend, he was in the throes of heroin addiction, and my brother his relationship with his wife was ending. My relationship with my ex was terrible you know what I mean? It was just like everyone was in such bad spot in their lives, and it was just like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. It's like 2 hours into practice, like I'm getting a text message like, hey, I won't be there today. Well, no
shit.
fucking shit, you know. And then just like no one shows up one week, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? What are we doing here? And I was like, all right, like we're just kind of done. Like this isn't working, and I just realized I didn't put on the lights.
Had the mood
What am I
lighting.
doing?
But
I have to correct myself about the band name.
What was the band name?
I just remembered it was the other band that my friend was in. They were called 7 Minutes in Heaven.
that's
7
a cool
Minutes in
band name.
Heaven.
I don't know
Nice.
why that's familiar, but
That's the kissing thing.
oh yeah, that's probably
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people knew who they were at that time. I don't know.
Isn't that the?
It is the kissing
that
game
like
in
the
the closet.
basement?
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say in
thing?
the closet. Yeah,
But yeah,
7 minutes is too long to be kissing. Who came up with that?
I don't know.
2:45 is good for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, like
It's
fucking
45
30
seconds.
seconds. Like that's enough. That's plenty.
10 seconds.
I know my breath stinks, so you don't need to fucking announce it to the whole world on the fucking podcast. You jerk. I'm scooting away from you. I heard you loud and clear.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Relax.
I'm so fucking high. It's awesome.
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's talk about it.
There we go. But back to your band. That's
I don't even want any more weed. I just want to fucking taste the chili again. It's
the
so
chili.
gross.
The more you smoke it, the more addicting it is. It sounds like.
Dude,
Mind if
it's
I
like
try it?
yeah,
I'm
it's
kinda
like
enticed
sucking
by
on
it.
a fucking it's like sucking on a coney dog, dude. It's gross.
Oh my. He
What?
really wanted that Coney dog taste.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fiend.
I wish I didn't tell you what I think it tastes like, so I could hear your opinion on what you think it tastes. It's not good.
See, my taste buds must be fucked because I would say it's like an earthy mint. I swear to God.
That might be the mix of my coffee breath on the
Oh,
on the fucking.
He wiped it first.
He did wipe it. Earthy mint. I'll take that.
I feel like we all need to go get Coney dogs.
My buddy was saying,
we
"Don't
go.
start talking about food. I'm fried." My buddy at work today was like, never mind.
Okay.
He had this one before, and he's like, "Oh, the Durban poison." He's like, "That wouldn't taste like." He's like, "There's like natural oils and there's like synthetic oils or whatever. So like the ones that are like closer to being like natural are the ones that taste real earthy." So he's like, "That's why." And I was like, "Okay, I get it, I guess."
So
but
you're healthy.
Yeah.
I was like, it works better than the first one I bought. Like, the first one I bought was from Franklin Fields, and it was like I'd have to hit it like fucking 15 times to get high. And I'm like, this thing, I'm like one and done. So I'm like 6 right now. I'm fucking fried.
Yeah, I actually, when I first started smoking, I preferred the fruity flavors, and now my fiance, even still, she prefers the fruity stuff. But I'm to the point where it's like, give me that funk, I want that earthy shit, and I feel like that gets me a little higher. But unfortunately, it's to the point where like I could literally, no bullshit, take like a 800 to 1,000 milligram edible, and it would barely affect me.
What the
I know
fuck?
it pisses me off so bad.
You got to take like a year off.
That's
You gotta
exactly.
reset. You got to reset yourself.
What happened was, well, my tolerance is fucked, but I played college baseball, and I was so nervous they were going to drug test me. So for the first couple months, I went cold turkey, which is like the hardest fucking thing ever. But I did it. And one of the seniors one day told me, he was like, they don't test. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck was I doing this for? And he was like, you want to hit? I was like, fuck yeah. I took a couple hits and I got a nicer buzz, but faded away in like 20 minutes, and it like pissed me off. And then I realized it's like, shit, I'd have to take like 6 months to a year to get like a real fucking effect. It's so caked up in me, unfortunately.
Dude, I my favorite story is the edibles story, where I'm like, I'm so high I was about to panic.
You've already told that before.
I know.
You don't need to tell it again.
I'm gonna tell it again. So we
You don't need to tell.
we had people over, and me and the people did edibles, and like whatever. A couple of my buddies are like seasoned pros, and I'm not. And like it was. I think it was it the first time I did an edible?
Mm-hmm. No,
it was like the second time, because I did a little bit of the fudge and it did nothing. And so the second time I cut this like 10 milligram edible into like I don't know. I cut it down to like 2.5 milligrams for myself. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, I'm not feeling anything. And then I watch a video that like at best was cute. And I was fucking dying laughing. and everyone's like, I think it hit you. And I was like, oh shit, maybe I am high. And I was like, I want to go to bed. Like, I'm going to go lay down. So I went down into the basement, and I was like, my like nightly routine is kind of the same as like take a piss, whatever, fucking take the contacts out, hit, do the nose, whatever. I go into the bathroom. I completely forget what I was doing. I hit that event horizon, and I'm like, just standing at the sink, and she comes down into the basement. She's like, I gotta pee. What are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, how long have I been?
Why am I in here?
Why am I in here? How long? Why have I been standing here for like? I've been like scrolling at videos, looking at videos for like fucking God knows how long, standing at the sink like a psycho. And I went to go lay down, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking high. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna panic. Like, oh. Ooh, like everything felt like a memory. I was like, oh, everything I did I thought I was remembering it, but I was doing those things. And I was like, oh my God. And that freaked me out. And I laid down and I was trying to stay calm. And then I remembered that everyone there ate like quadruple what I ate. And I was like so close to fucking freaking out. But then I remembered that like everyone I'm asking to comfort me is on another planet. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, they're not gonna help.
I'm like, that's fucking hysterical. Yep. Like, I'm like, please keep me from panicking. The guy who ate 2.5 milligrams. Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, edibles will get you.
Oh.
And I remember the first time I took them, that's like my best and only really experience enjoying edibles, because the rest it's been like, fuck, I just spent $20 and I've gotten high. But the first brownie I got, I just remember it was like a half hour, and I was sitting like this, and I just remember looking over at my friend. And they started fucking dying laughing. And he's like, dude, what's so funny? I was like, I get it. And we just started fucking dying. And you get like locked into the couch and you just can't move, or at least that's how I felt.
Yeah.
And that was like the best munchies I ever had. We had the McDonald's meal, the fucking cosmic brownies, the chips.
Fuck yeah.
And we watched like Pineapple Express, some fucking stupid movie.
Stoner
And it's
movie,
it's just
of course.
the funniest shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss when an edible would have me like paranoid high. Even this, I miss when it hit it once. I'd get all paranoid and fucking be scared of the world. But now
I get that all.
You miss that?
yeah, because that's when I was actually high. But now it's just
I get that all natural.
There you go. Let's trade.
Oh man,
brains.
Yeah.
dude, I would love that. I would love to be like, man, I miss being panicky.
Well, it's just because then that's when you're fucking baked and shit. And I was just like, whatever.
Dude,
I bought this 2 days ago, and this is a 2-grammer.
It's like fucking halfway gone.
Yeah.
Dude, you just sparked a memory in me. Me and my buddy, we called Black David because he was. Me and him, he got a car. We were like I think we were like 17. He bought a car, and it was like, we have freedom, shit, you know. And so like me and him, we went and parked somewhere. We were gonna go skate Zero Gravity skate park. We were skateboarders, and we're like, let's go fucking smoke weed and then go skate. And we got so high, we're like, we can't skate. Like I'm so fucking baked. And there's this hill in the Nature Center neighborhood in Drayton Plains. There's this hill that everyone called like Dead Man's Hill. It's a big fucking steep hill, and it goes right into the Nature Center. So like if you don't turn, which is a real sharp turn, you're going into the ditch of the Nature Center. Anyway, wintertime, we're trying to drive up it, and he's just shooting roosters of snow like above the roof of the car, and we're laughing so hard, and the car is just and it's just like sliding and like scooting backwards as he's like redlining the fuck out of his grandma car. And we were laughing so fucking hard. And but eventually we got out of there, and we got out of the neighborhood, and we ended up going down Airport Road where the airport is. And at nighttime there's all the lights like on the airstrip, and like there's like 1,000 blue lights. And so we're driving down Airport Road, and he slams on the brakes in the middle of a main road, like a 40-mile-an-hour 2-lane road, just boom. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, look. And he points at the blue lights, and he's like, it looks like a bunch of Smurfs. And he couldn't handle it. And he just parked there. I'm like, we're going to go to jail, dude. Get the fuck. You got to go. You have to. Hey, fucking go. And he's like, I can't. I'm crying. I can't see.
Yeah, you got to get the fuck out of the road.
Dude. It's good times. I do kind of miss getting so fried that like the dumbest shit on earth is like the funniest thing.
Hell yeah. I remember when I was on shrooms, and if my mom listens to this didn't happen, but I was on shrooms.
Allegedly.
My buddy did this allegedly, but I was at a bar, and my buddy was working till like 11. Speaking of which, I just wonder if I could have one more beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, whatever you need.
I'll just set this over here for now. We're at my friend's bar, and he was set to work till like 11. It was probably 7 or 8 o'clock. And I was like, I sparked that it was a good idea to do some shrooms. You know, I was going to sit at the bar. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was going to sit at the bar, do some shrooms in the bathroom, of course, or in my car. Can't remember where the shrooms were done, but I was sitting at the bar, and within like 30 minutes, I was looking at the TV, and I just felt like everything go wrong. Like the TV starts like that Thrasher. It almost looked like there's just like fucking fire on the TV. Everything was melting, and my stomach hurt. And I didn't even tell my buddy I had to go. I just like threw like $40 for a fucking beer, and then just left. I was like, I just gotta go. And I ended up driving home, but I just remember that drive home. It was like fucking sand or snow on the road, and this was in the dead of summer. But I was like, fuck, man, it's snowing out. I was like, this shit's. It was like when it's real windy on a snowy night, and the snow's like,
blowing across the road.
And he texts me. It was like, what the fuck do you make? And then later in the night, I was trying to like get back out and hang out, but my night was cooked. I fucked up. You know.
Can you give him that tool?
Isn't that working?
Oh, you got it. Never mind. I thought it was just stuck. Like sometimes they're like glued on there.
I had one the other day with my fiance Sarah. We were opening Cokes, and we were there for literally like a fucking hour trying to get the glass bottle open. Then we found out it wasn't a twist off. So
hysterical. Some Mexican Cokes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was talking about those today. I thought it was bullshit. I was like, this Mexican Coke thing, it's malarkey. And then I had one. I was like, they're so much better.
Yeah, they're definitely better.
Like now I don't want to drink the poison that is regular Coke anymore. You know?
They sell them a big ass pack of them at Sam's Club or Costco. So that's what I want to do soon is just get like a fucking 24 case of them, have them on deck. Those are the best Cokes.
Hell yeah. We should do that for the podcast just so I can have something to mix my Fireball with because I'm trashy.
I love Fireball.
Dude, I can't get drunk on beer. It takes too much. I'm like, I don't need 7 of something in my gut, you know?
You just want a couple shots and
throw them back and then sip on a beer.
And he chooses Fireball.
It's the best liquor.
I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's one of them.
It's the best.
It's one of the liquors.
It's a liquor.
It is one of them. Dude, everyone who's like, oh, you got to try fill in the blank with something expensive. And I'm like, oh, you just got sold. Like, the Macallan is not good. It's not that good. Blanton's not that good. Like, everything that's like $100 for a bottle, I'm like, this is fine.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't taste any better than Fireball. Fireball, you can buy a gallon of it for like $4. It's the shit, dude.
I can't talk any smack because I drink like 5 o'clock and shit like that, where it's like $2 for a fucking handle. That shit is like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
But
Perfect.
you know, it gets you going, gets you drunk, and like at most of my gigs, if I am gonna drink, I'll just have like a couple shooters in my bag. Go to the
Of
bathroom.
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
I didn't even know they had little shooters.
Well, usually you get a half pint.
Those cost 10 cents for a shooter.
I know that'd be
Yeah, the
cheap.
shooter's a nickel. But yeah, you get like a half pint, or you get a couple double shots of the platinums. Those come in double shots. That's if I'm. It's funny. I'll fuck with the guy at the liquor store. I'm like, I'm feeling classy. Can I get like the $3 pint of Svedka or something like that? And he'll be like, buddy, it's not much better.
Oh, dude, I'm trashy. But I tell you, so okay. Do you have? For me, I have a liquor. I have alcohol I can't have because it just triggers like disgust immediately. And for me, that is burnt. Like any flavored Burnett's is just like off the table. Absolutely fucking not. I'm not drinking strawberry Burnett's. You know, just because I screamed it out of me at some party when I was 17. You know.
Mine kind of is Fireball, to be honest.
Really?
But
Yeah.
you still drink it?
Very, very rarely.
Oh.
Like, it used to be like a thing where my buddies and I shouldn't say routinely, occasionally, we would get like a fifth, and between me and one buddy, we would just sit and literally pound a whole fifth in evening or a couple hours.
Jesus.
And that was like, by routine, I mean that was our thing for a while, and then it kind of switched to Tito's or something, a fifth of Tito's. But for a long time, it was Fireball until I don't even know what statute of limitations means, but I'm going to use that word, so fuck the cops. But when I was young, like 16, I had a shit ton of Fireball and drove home, and the cop pulled me over. And as you know, Fireball, like, you can smell that on your breath from fucking next week.
yeah.
You know? Like, that shit stank. But I had my phone on my lap, and I had my navigation. It said I had, like, 2 minutes left. And I'm a cooperative drunk. Like, I can handle myself, even at that age. So I was like, sir, I have, like, 2 minutes left. I showed him my phone. He hit me, where you going, all this bullshit. I was like, I don't know. I'm staying at my mom's boyfriend's, which was the truth. And basically, he's like, I'll follow you. And he followed me to the neighborhood and then kept going. And I pulled in, and
Holy
You
shit.
Always
got
good.
lucky.
You got lucky as
yeah,
fuck.
very lucky.
So he for sure knew you were drunk. You think?
I would assume.
Just because of the smell, not
The
because
smell,
of your composure.
and like, even though I think I was composed, like, I was a young lad on a lot of alcohol. Like, the alcohol may have made me think like, fuck, I'm pulling this shit off. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
But you know, I think it was just a perfect scenario of like, I had my navigation out. I was like 2 minutes away from home, middle of the night, so no one was on the road. And the reason why he pulled me over wasn't because of my driving. It was because, of course, I had a fucking, what's it?
Taillight?
Yeah, taillight out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God.
So,
Dude, I had one of these moments. I was so when I was an apprentice, I would do Lyft or Uber or whatever to make extra money. And at one point, I did solely Lyft or Uber for a living. And I went out in Royal Oak, and I got fucking obliterated drunk. And something happened where like the whole vibe just got like real dark and shitty, like out of nowhere. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. Like, you know, like everyone's like miserable all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go. Like, this is gonna, like, I don't want to be here anymore. But I knew I was hammered as fuck, and I was like, "It's just Woodward. Like, I just gotta, I just gotta drive up Woodward for like 10 miles. Like, I'm fine. It'll be all right." So I get on Woodward, and I get into like Berkeley, like barely out of Royal Oak, and I get pulled over, and I'm like, "Fuck! Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I can't believe this is happening right now." I get pulled over, and in that moment, I was like, "Oh, I have my lift light. So I plug in the light, the fucking pink bar. And so I get pulled over and they go, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, honestly, dude, I've been driving all night. I'm probably fucking swerving. I'm exhausted. And he's like, yeah, you were kind of bouncing from lane to lane or lane to lane. And he's like, you never left your lane, but you're like hitting the white line on the left side, then hitting the white line on the right side. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I started driving like 12 hours ago. I'm actually headed home. I live in Waterford, and I just got to get away from the city so I can shut the app off and go home. And he's like, how far away do you live? I'm like, like 15 minutes maybe. And he's like, all right, just maybe roll down the windows, get some air in here. He's like, he's like, I can see you're tired. Yeah, just drive safer, man. He's like, get home safe. I'm like, oh, thank you, man.
Dumb.
I left and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Nope.
Holy fuck.
Got off lucky.
Oh my God, did I get off lucky?
I feel like all of us as like humans, we all get one. You know what I mean? Like you get one opportunity to fuck up at a young age or younger age, hopefully. Yeah. And then it's like you either learn from it or you continue to fuck up. And I'm not saying I don't fucking, but it's like I'm having a beer or two where it used to be like we're
getting obliterated.
Yeah,
we're getting fifth of fireball.
Yeah, we're getting fucked up, and then let's see what happens. Which is dumb. It's not smart.
No.
And thankfully, I was a good driver, but everybody probably thinks they're a good driver.
Everyone thinks they are until like someone slams on their brakes and you're like, whoa, shit, So. Dude, my me and my buddy Austin, he's I have some of my favorite drinking stories, like being reckless. We're with him. Like we used to take turns blacking out. Like that was our thing. It'd be like, oh, it would be like,
it's my turn. It's your turn.
It's my turn. And we would do it on like the grossest shit. We'd drink like 2 30 racks of fucking Keystone together and like just be like,
ew.
And but my favorite story of him is it was his turn to black out, and he only had money to like cover himself, and I didn't have any money, so I stole like Irish cream from my dad because it's all he had in the house. So I'm walking around this party looking like I'm drinking fucking milk, and he's running around drinking a water bottle that's filled to the brim with like Burnett's. So he's just like chugging vodka, and so like I was like talking to a girl or whatever, so like I got distracted because I'm like trying to fucking hit on someone, and I hear like a crowd like cheering out in the backyard of this house party, and I'm like, what is going on? So we're like, we should probably go see what's happening. And the mom was burning their old wooden like entertainment stand, like one of the huge 90s ones where like it was like 7 feet tall. So like the boys all like the guys that were all at the party like carried it out of the garage for her and set it on the bonfire. So like you just see this like silhouette of a burning entertainment stand and a hole where a fucking 90s TV would have been. And Austin's like, I'm fucking doing it. And the whole crowd's like, woo. And I'm like, well, you're doing what, dude? And he's like, I'm diving through the TV hole.
What the
I'm like, no, you're fucking not. I was like, no one here knows that you're obliterated. He's like, fuck off. Let's go. And he just like runs and jumps through. The back of the fucking stand was still on the stand. So he ran and tried to jump through it, and he just kind of like collapses into it and lands in the fire. Like the thing tips over and he's just in the fire. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? So I grab him and like pull him out of the fire. He's instantly all blistered up all over his shirtless torso. I'm like, you fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a real story?
Yes. And the mom, I wish I remembered the mom's name. So the mom took him like into the house to get him cleaned up and stuff and like whatever. Like I don't think she bandaged him up, but like maybe just get him away from the party for a minute. And so like I go back to like just talking to whoever because I'm like the DD. And again, I hear a commotion and I'm like, what is happening? And Austin decided he needed to shit outside. So he was squatting against the owner's car, and as he's shitting, he's also throwing up, shitting on the ground, dry heaving, and the mom is like trying to feed him a peanut butter sandwich all at the same time.
He was having a tough night.
I was like, this stupid fuck, dude. I love him so much. I miss him. He moved out to L.A., so now he's like a nomad. He's like between L.A. and Atlanta now, but it's stupid shit. I should have Austin on just to tell stories of like the 3 years we hung out before he left for college.
It'd be some interesting stories. The most fucked up shit I did, mostly to my friends, it was really mean. We went to, it wasn't my fault. I fell asleep. But basically, we went to a frat party, and I decided I needed to go to the bathroom. So I went to the top floor and sat down and then fell asleep, locked the door, and didn't respond to fucking shit. They were slamming on the door, a whole ass line compiled. And apparently, like 45 minutes later, they literally went up like from outside and climbed through the window to come get me
Holy
and
shit.
open the door.
They thought you were dead or something.
No, they knew I fell asleep.
Oh.
Yeah, they were like, this fucker fell asleep. They know how I am. So I'm a well-known puker from youth. Unfortunately, it's just my thing. Even before alcohol or anything like that, I've always been a puker. So they were like, this fucker's probably doubled over the toilet or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't even make it to the toilet. I just fell asleep.
I fight the feeling of needing to puke with everything I have in my body. I hate puking so much.
You got to be at peace with it, man.
Dude, I fucking
gotta
hate
let
it.
it happen.
I hate the feeling of it so much.
Nobody likes it.
I'd rather
No,
be.
I don't enjoy
I'd
it.
rather be miserable for like a week than throw up for a second. I fucking hate throwing up. But the correlation between Paige feeding me her dad's jerky and me scream puking is unfortunate. I don't think it's not from his jerky because I've had it since. But I ate a lot of the jerky that he gave us one year. And I was like, I don't feel good. And I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I throw up, and I come out, and the most unhinged fucking sentence of all time comes out of her face. Do you remember what you said to me?
Something about you being an inconsiderate puker.
You don't need to scream.
Yeah.
What?
Sarah says that to me too. She's like, "You're just kind of loud sometimes." She thinks I'm yelling on purpose. So you gotta like exert some force.
Dude, you're an inconsiderate puker. I'm an inconsiderate puker. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm sorry. My insides were trying to come outside.
I'm a pretty quiet puker. So
Yeah, she throws up like a fucking cat. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
You throw up like a cat.
What does that mean? Loud?
Have you ever seen a cat throw up? It's all dramatic and fucking just
Have you ever seen me throw up?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've definitely thrown up and nobody knew I was throwing up in a quiet place, so
You should tell the story of your 19th birthday.
we don't need to tell that on the internet.
Yeah, we do. So
No.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, I don't want to tell that.
Oh my god, how can you have good stories and not want to share them? That's fucking rude. Don't be selfish. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna tell this story the next time you're not on the podcast.
That's
and
rude.
I'm gonna clip it. Clip that shit. Did she? Yeah.
We went to Canada, and I threw up a lot.
It happens.
The
It was-
fucking
it was
worst
legal there.
storyteller of all time. Are
It
you
was
kidding
legal
me?
there.
I take it because you can drink under 21 there, right?
Yeah.
That's what
When you turn 19, you can drink.
You
So
can
we
go-
went to Windsor for my 19th birthday. I don't want to tell this story on the internet.
Okay, don't. That's fine. We can tell you. We can tell Nick after. That's fine.
off the air.
Yeah, that's fine. We can keep some secrets.
Yeah. There's a story I'll tell you guys off the air as well.
I'm. Yeah, there's a couple that I wish I didn't say on the podcast, but it is what it is. The Mario Party one.
Anyway,
That's why it's always important to keep you can get buzzed, but to keep some level of soberness, so you're
Absolutely
kind of in level.
not.
No,
Absolutely not, dude.
Just
I'm an
let it
open
rip.
book.
There
I'm
you
an
go.
open book. I'll tell
it doesn't matter if he's sober or not.
Yeah, it doesn't. You know what it is, in all honesty, which it always is. I don't know what a normal amount of truth is because I grew up around liars. So I was like, when I started to have that habit of just embellishing and just straight up lying, not just embellishing, because now I'm kind of undercutting it and softening it. I was straight up lying in my late teens, early 20s, just making shit up all the time. And I heard somebody, I was eavesdropping on someone else's conversation. Someone talked about me the way they talk about my relative, who is a well-known liar. And I was like, oh no. and just the shame, like just the sour diarrhea feeling of shame just like hit me in the gut, and I was like, I gotta stop this. And so I was like, all right, let the pendulum swing the full other way. I'm going to be as honest as I can possibly be, stream of consciousness honest. And it's caused some issues for me. I definitely like rub people the wrong way. And I'm not one of those guys who's like, I'm just honest, but I'm like a fucking prick all the time. I can be a prick. I can be a prick, but there's people that like, there's definitely people that use honesty as a way to justify them being an asshole. I don't do that. I just tell like as much of the truth as I possibly can muster because I don't want to ever be talked about like that again. That has caused problems. Like my son, my oldest, I gotta say this quietly because my kids are outside in the fucking lobby or whatever of the studio, but my oldest son had learned about longitude and latitude lines, and he was asking about like he thought they were real. And so I'm like, well, no, they're, just a way to kind of mark where you're at and what time zone you're in. And, so I pull out Google Earth and I like put on all the longitude and latitude lines so we can see them. And then I shut them off so you can see them. And then I'm like, so, like they all originate at what would be the North Pole if there was a North Pole. And he's like, there's not a North Pole?
Oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
There's not. Wait, is there no Santa? And I was like, no. That's not. I'm saying like if there was the line there, there's no lines. The lines are not real, but like everything else is real. No. That, I mean, you're not gonna be able to see it on Google Earth because they can't show you where it's at, But so I'm like just trying so hard to backpedal. I'm like, motherfucker, dude. Like I don't need to tell the whole truth about everything,
You messed up.
Is there anything that comes to mind when you think of like me telling too much truth that you're like, why did you fucking tell me that? I would love to hear.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Such as?
What's it called? The person from Adventure Time?
Yeah.
Lumpy Space Princess? Like the way a girl,
Is that the bassist or no?
Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time. She's like, oh my god, fucking, oh Jesus, yeah.
Apparently he had sex with a girl and that's what she sounded like. Like there's just certain things that I don't need to know.
Right. It's like TMI.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, to be okay.
It's at least now you know.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't mind knowing, but
it's not necessary to know.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely not necessary to know that. Yeah. Oh, now I want to tell that story.
You don't have to tell the story. You told it last time.
I want to tell that story though.
You already told it.
No.
Maybe we should get back to what Nick's doing in his life.
Why?
Not about how much truth you tell.
Listen, this is what this podcast is. Like we just talk. We
just riff.
I had a guest on, and they were like, every time we started talking about a subject that was interesting, they would like cut it off and be like, we need to get back to the music. I'm like, this isn't just like a advertisement, like we're talking about like the person behind the music kind of deal,
showing that they're real people.
And I was like, come on, man, like every time we get momentum, you're like, you interrupt it to get like, we gotta get back to the music. Well, no, we
don't.
It'll be in the description. Anybody that, and by the way, anyone that watches it is probably gonna like already know of you guys and is gonna watch it as a way of support. So it's like,
And the way I look at it is, it's like there's tons of videos out there of me, which I guess they're hard to find, which I can show you.
Yeah, you gotta work on that, dude.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that fucking hard to find your shit.
I was able to find like the videos where you're like, hey, I'm playing here, doing all that, like that stuff, but finding your actual music was kind of hard.
Yeah, that's because I don't have any of my original music out yet.
Right.
But
makes sense.
That'll change shortly.
I'm looking forward to it because the couple of clips I saw you actually playing, I was like, oh, he fucking shreds, dude.
Thank you.
But like I feel like I feel like I'm pretty good at social media and like we're like starting to get a following, but man, the local comedians and local musicians that I've met are so bad at it. Like the audio, the video quality, garbage. The audio quality is always fucking terrible. Or like my favorite is when people like lip sync to their own music and it's bad. It's like,
and you can tell.
Stop! You look like a Korean movie that was translated to fucking English, like, and it's your own lyrics. You wrote these lyrics. How are you gonna sing them off time?
And truthfully, I'd probably be shit at that if it weren't for. So, horror movies in the morning, all the social media was done by Hammy, our guitarist. And he kind of had a golden rule of like, we're not posting anything unless it's pristine, looks good, fits the branding, so we look professional. And for a while, it was kind of frustrating. Like, I would send him a poster or something like that I made, and it wouldn't go up. And it's like, what the fuck, man? But it's like, after a while, I'd kind of get it, you know? He kind of wanted to keep everything looking a certain way. We wouldn't put stuff up unless it was a music video or clips of said music video and professionally done photography. So I've kind of taken that over to my solo work because it's like, you know, I want people to at least see like that I try and put out professional stuff. So with my music, it's like I get it recorded at a studio, stuff like that.
Yeah, I do think people like seeing progress too, though. So
Right,
I wouldn't kill the babies. You know what I mean? Like keep the old shitty videos that people can see that like you're progressing and they can come along for the ride with you. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
When we first started this, I had a GoPro Hero fucking black, and a cell phone, and like the quality was so different. It would take hours of editing to make it look even remotely the same quality between the two angles. And I don't know. I mean, like I look back at those now. Like the first like 5 episodes of this podcast was shot with just one GoPro, like basically at the end of the table in our 6-year-old's bedroom. You know, and I'm just like, this is so funny to look back at. Like now we have like 4K fucking clips out
studio.
in a real studio. You know, it's fucking hilarious. But
what's crazy is truthfully, that's what initially drew me in. I was scrolling through, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, one of the two, and I was looking and I saw like a reel, and my first thought was literally, this is a professional podcast with the clips and everything, and this is cool. And then I clicked, I was in Michigan, and then I reached out, and you got back to me like right away. It just worked out perfectly. But truthfully, I didn't even expect you to get back to me just based off of how professional it all looked.
yes,
And you know,
I'm getting hard.
there you go.
Speaking of being professional, I'm tipping the table over. Keep telling me how good my podcast looks.
But and that was really cool to see because, like you said, too many people don't value putting effort into something that you really care about. It's like, unfortunately, with social media and whatnot, it makes it too easy to put out music, to put a podcast out, to what have you. But the ones who I feel succeed are the ones who put in extra effort. And in your case, like, you know, I know that takes a ton of work to make all these extra little clips and put them out consistently on all these different platforms.
Yeah.
And people don't often think about, it's like, truthfully, if you want to build a following, a lot of times you got to put money into marketing and stuff like that. And with social media, they've tried to make it easy by just like literally paying for pretty much views and likes. But I found a lot of times that can not really lead to much. I feel what's more successful is a sense of consistency. Like, you know, my channel or my Instagram only has like 100 followers, but I'm getting like 15 to 20,000 views per month. And I feel a large part of that is just because I post like every 1 to 3 days. Mm-hmm. And so 80% of my following is they're not following me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But my hope is that, you know, when I do put a song out, I'm just going to keep consistently posting, and I'd like to try and build it as organically as possible.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
My brother is trying to do music for, like, he wants to compose for television and film, and he has these like conspiring ideas about like how this is all supposed to work and how to go about it, but then he'll pay for advertising, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you giving Instagram fucking $5 a day for a set budget? And then he's like, oh, look at my video, got 20,000 views. I'm like, sick. Like, I just put out a fuckload of videos, and like some videos get like 100 views, and like I have we have a couple of clips that are like 600,000 views,
Right.
and like, you know what I mean, and then there's like the random like semi-viral for us is
Yep.
like 14, 15, 16,000 views, and that's just organically, and it's just because I post a lot, you know, and I'm like, I was telling my brother, like, dude, stop paying for views, just put stuff out consistently and be authentic, and I think those two things are what people will snuff out, like.
Right.
If you're inauthentic for a second, people are like, this fucking douche. And
Yeah.
like immediately, like it turns off an audience. Like, and I was telling him, you know, so he's like trying to compose music, and he's like, he doesn't know what to, like, he doesn't have a solid idea of like what kind of videos he wants to put out. So like sometimes he'll be like, he'll put on a blazer and like sit down at the piano and be like, play. And I'm like, it comes off corny. Like, you're a dick, be a dick. Like, that's who you
Yeah.
are as a
Be who
person.
you
You're an
are.
asshole. So like, and he's like, so he sent me a video of him being like way over the top, being an asshole, like to be funny to
Yeah.
me. And he sent it to me, and I was like, you did this as a joke. Do this a million times.
Right.
This is so fucking funny. Because he's like, he like gets on the video and he's like, if you think you can fucking play this in this key and it's gonna fucking do anything, you're a fucking idiot. Let me show you what you should be doing. And I'm like, that is captivating.
Yeah.
Immediately I'm interested.
Right.
But you sitting down at the piano wearing a fucking blazer in your like spare bedroom and you're like, don't give a fuck.
Right.
Immediately don't give a fuck. I don't care about the greatest piano player in the world. I might stop to watch the greatest piano player in the world. I'm not gonna stop to watch some guy wearing a fucking blazer in his spare bedroom. But like, if I come across a video where this guy's yelling at the screen, going like, "You're a fucking idiot. Let me
like
show
I'll-
you why your music sucks."
Yeah, like I'll fucking tune in.
Immediately,
Yeah.
I'm invested. You know, but yeah, social media is a fucking weird. It's a fickle game, dude. It's a weird one. It's a weird one trying to manipulate the algorithms to benefit, you know, the audience or whatever. You know,
And I've talked with so many artists, and I book a lot of artists too, and unfortunately they get this warped perception in their head of like, say they got 100,000 views on their video, so they'll tell me we want $1,000 or we're not getting off our fucking couch, you know. And it's like, dude, what proves that? And they'll say, well, my video got this many views and this many likes and we have this many listeners in these cities. And I go, cool, how many tickets are you going to sell? They're like, well, we haven't played there, but we have 20,000 monthly listeners in that city. I go, cool, how many tickets are you going to sell?
Yeah.
And if they can't give me a straight answer, the venue is not going to pay out a guarantee. Because to pay for a venue to realistically pay out a guarantee, they're not just going to want me to tell them, hey, they can bring in 50, 100 people. They want receipts for the past fucking 3 times they've played in the city.
right.
So it's frustrating to me as a booker to try working with bands that, you know, they'll buy the followers and the likes and the fucking credibility, and then they'll come to me and want me to sell it. Like, if I can sniff out the bullshit in 2 seconds, you don't think these venues can?
Right.
And it's an increasing issue, unfortunately, and it even can confuse me sometimes when I'll work with a band and say, for example, I'm playing a show in Detroit, and I'll find a Detroit band that's got 5,000 followers, and I look, and they're getting consistent likes and engagement and all this shit, and then nobody shows up to the show. And I wonder why, and it's like I look further into it, it's like all these fucking followers are bought.
Yeah.
So that's
God, what a fucking issue, huh?
yeah, it's a struggle because you can only spend so much time trying to develop a lineup, you know, especially when you're trying to book on, like, I got 5 shows this month. I can't fucking dwell on every band, you know. I would love to, but
How far out in advance are you booking these?
That's our.
Because I book out I'm booked until like September right now.
typically I like to book like 4 to 6 months out.
Yeah.
If I'm booking out of state, I like to book 6 months to a year out, ideally.
Yeah.
But some things kind of just like come up. Like, for example, breakfast at 2 p.m. We figured out like kind of a show swap deal. So I've been doing that with bands more recently, is like show swapping. And
So are they booking one place and you're booking another, and you guys are kind of like,
yeah, basically, and then we'll,
scratch your back, I'll scratch yours.
yeah,
or
when we
whatever?
play both shows.
Right on. That's cool.
Which, quite honestly, I'd like rather transition into that. Like, if I can build a whole tour of working with bands across the country and like we work together, like fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I always value community and shit, and
Yeah,
That's
they're cool. I really like talking to that band, man. Speaking of breakfast, shout out to Breakfast at 2 p.m. Man.
when they came in, was it the whole band or just Michael and?
It was Michael and Jordan.
Michael and Jordan.
Oh God, what is the drummer's name? Oh man, the drummer's the
Older gentleman.
the older guy. I can't remember his name.
I have a terrible memory. Forgive me, brother. I
I feel like it was something with a P. I did.
Paul?
I was.
Pauly. I think Pauly.
Is it Pauly?
That sounds
I think that's right.
Okay.
Maybe.
I was only here when they got here, and then I had to leave.
Yeah, I'm bad about this. I meet so many people. We do four episodes a week.
I was gonna ask about that. That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's fucking ton. And then if it's like, it's easy with one-on-ones. They're like, I'm going to talk to Nic Stevens for 2.5 hours. Sick. That's easy to remember. But when it's like, hey, I talked to 4 bands with 3 members each.
Right.
This week, it's like, oh fuck, you know.
Yeah. That's even something that's become frustrating for me. Is like, I thought in my head I had this golden brain when it comes to booking. Like, I'll remember every band I've ever played with. And it's gotten to the point where, unfortunately, like, I'll walk up to somebody and they're like, dude, we played together like multiple times. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm such a fucking asshole. Like you said, you get to the point where you meet so many people, unless you have like consistent communication, it's hard to remember everybody.
Oh, for sure. Dude, I'm a pipe fitter, and pipe fitters are like contractors, basically. Like, we get brought on to a contracting company for the duration of whatever project is being built, right? So like, sometimes you get lucky and you spend a couple of years with a contractor, and sometimes it's like, hey, you're going to be here for like 3 months, and then you call the hall and go, hey, I need a job. Right. And but because of that, you get new partners like every 6 months. Like, that's what I joke about. I'm like, I have a new best friend every 6 months, and like, we work one-on-one together for the entire project. Like, me and my, like, I'm a welder, so like, me and my fitter, or whatever, me and my apprentice. And I worked at a fab shop this winter. I was working with a guy, and I was like, God, dude, you look so fucking familiar. Did we work together? And he's like, I was thinking the same thing. I don't remember. Like, I don't remember ever working with you, but I feel like I know you. And it took us like 3 days, and one morning we came in and we had both figured it out, like, on the drive in. We're like, we fucking did Warren Truck together. We worked together for like 6 months, one-on-one, and we couldn't remember each other. It's just because you have a new guy that you're working with all the time.
I'm really good at remembering people. Their face. I can see somebody at Kroger one day, just randomly like happen to look at them at Kroger, and then I'll like see them somewhere else 6 months later, and I'm like, oh, I saw that person at Kroger.
Yeah, that's like your family's, like, your mom and dad like have this game of like, do you remember blank? And it's like some random obscure person who's also from Lake Orion.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember fucking blah 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 that you? And then your mom will be like, is that the one that we had the barbecue with? And I'm like, all right, I'm going to play on my phone for a while because I don't know fucking any of these people.
I remember, but I remember people so easily that, like, when I see them somewhere else, like, if I were to see you at a show in a few weeks, I would be nervous to come up to you because I'm like, he's not going to know who I am.
Like it, yeah.
Like I would want to say hi, but I'm like, I don't know. They're not going to know who I am because I remember people so easy that I'm like,
oh, that's funny. I never thought about that. I'm the guy who's like, I'm gonna address the elephant immediately, and she does. I didn't realize that's why you didn't want to talk to people that you recognize. But like, when we first started dating, she'd be like, oh, that's so and so, and I'd be like, oh, okay, and I'd be like, are you so and so? And she's like, fucking stop, why do you do this?
yes, and I just don't say anything. When I recognize people, I just keep it to myself until we leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say wait till after.
It sucks because it's such a fun game. Like, there's so many good stories because of me doing this.
Yeah. There was one time we were out. He was driving me and my friend for St. Patrick's Day, and we were in a parking lot. And I was like, "Oh, that's that guy's wife." And he pulls up to her in the parking lot, rolls the window down, and goes, "Are you so and so's wife?" And she's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I met you at this party, whatever. And it was a complete lie. But like, just because I was like, oh, that's his wife.
Yeah.
I only lie for the sake of malarkey. I love it. Dude, my favorite fucking, yeah. That is fun as fuck to me, by the way. To try to convince someone that I know them just for like no good reason, just to fuck with it. Like, yeah, we went to that party together or whatever.
She was like, I have no idea who you are. Yeah, because you don't.
Yeah, we've never met.
I literally told him not to do that because he like moves the whole door and he's over there like just saying hi. My favorite. So when we go in public, like to concerts or whatever, we play like a couple of random games with like. We do it for ourselves, but like we get people involved. And my favorite one is that we're always looking for Jeremy Matheson. It's a generic enough name that it's believable, but there's not a fucking Jeremy Matheson on earth. Like we can't find one.
We just yelled Jeremy.
So like
Jeremy.
we'll be like, yeah, we'll be at a concert at Pine Knob or whatever and be like, Jeremy. And then like we'll like recruit people. Like he's right there in the fucking red hat or whatever. And like everyone's like, I don't see a guy in a red hat. I'm like, help, come on. And then like you'll get like a whole crowd of people yelling to no one. It's fucking so funny to me.
And then they'll turn around and you just leave.
And
one time we were yelling Sarah on the staircase at Pine Knob.
You know the fucking death stairs? There's like 300 stairs at Pine Knob.
Where I'm like, Sarah. He joins in, Sarah. And then all of a sudden, everyone on the staircase is like, Sarah.
It was 100 people. Sarah. Just this like, and this poor girl at the bottom turns around and goes, what? And we're like, oh no. I'm like, there was a fucking Sarah. So we went down there and we like explained what we were doing. And she's like, this is fucking hilarious. But that scared the shit out of me. Oh, dude, it's the best. And the other game we play is that the other game that I play is that I'll lie about my age. And like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm fucking 49. It's like, damn, you're 49.
You look good for 49.
Yeah. I look like shit for 32, but fucking 49, I'm killing it, you know? So I had this chick convinced. We were at Dave Matthews at Pine Knob last year, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking 49 years old. She's like, oh my God, good for you. Like, what do you do? It's just fucking peptides, you know? It's like, I just do the right things. I only eat meat.
Yep. I did that once when I first turned 21, and the bartender looked at me like I was fucking retarded. It was the funniest thing. He ID'd me, or I apologize. He asked for my ID, and I told him, I was like, well, I'm honored that you would ask. And I had just like freshly turned 21.
Hysterical.
Yeah, he looked at me like a fucking idiot. He was like, what the fuck do you mean? You just turned 21 a couple weeks ago. And I explained, I was like, I don't often get asked. And he put a fucking thing on my hand. And I didn't end up getting that drinks that night, so I can't confirm it. But I'm fairly certain he put like a fucking
X so that you couldn't get drinks.
That's what I was thinking.
I thought they did the X so that you could drink.
No, usually X's mean.
He put something on my hand. It was like a stamp or something. I can't remember.
Oh. Haven't you ever heard the song that says, put X's on the back of my hand so that I'm extra unsafe?
Negative.
God, that's the most generic pop punk bullshit. Who sings that?
Or X's on the back of your hand. There's a 303 song about it, too.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? I think you're fired from the podcast. I didn't think this podcast would ever reference 303. What's next? Are we going to talk about Hollywood Undead and how they were super underrated? Do you know Hollywood Undead? Have you ever heard of Hollywood Undead?
I've heard of them. I'm not necessarily familiar with their music.
Okay, they're like cringy rapper dudes that
rap rock, right?
Yeah, it's cringy as fuck. God, so we're at this weird age where like anyone who's like above 20 looks like they could be our age, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're 10 years younger than me. How fucking weird is that?
Yeah.
Like, so you weren't on MySpace listening to fucking 303.
You didn't have MySpace?
No.
Oh.
And I'm young to be on Facebook, it seems.
Yeah.
Everybody shits on me for being on Facebook, but it's a much better platform for
everything.
Entertainers are concerned.
Gross.
But yeah, I wasn't part of the Napster, MySpace, any of that era.
It's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why Facebook is not the biggest platform with younger people. Like there's groups of like whatever niche thing
Yeah,
that you're
exactly.
into. Like there's so many reasons to be on fucking on Facebook versus like Instagram where it's like you're just curated shit that you don't want to see.
Right.
It's like, oh, I slowed down because it's sad that somebody fucking killed their kid. It's like, oh, this guy likes real cop videos. This is all I'm giving him. Or, I feel like all avenues on Instagram lead to like OnlyFans thirst traps and fucking workplace accidents, and like then I gotta like reset my algorithm every few months.
Or brains.
Basically.
What's it called? Brain
Brain
rot.
rot.
There you go.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
The kids, my kids watch
So
brain
annoying.
rot shit, and I have to like, dude, shut this off. We're not doing this. We're not watching this. Like my kids watch these like stupid list videos or like the top 10 of fucking soccer players of 2025, and they're like, and what's so funny, I had this had comic James River came on, and he's such a brilliant dude. Like we talked about economics for 2.5 hours. And then he's like telling me that he absolutely loves watching brain rot. He's like any like just like brain rot like list video of like. So he started when he left. He sent me or the next day he sent me a bunch of these fucking list videos. So I click on one of them and it's melodrama, just like black and white screen with like storms going on, and it's like the top 10 British breakfasts, and I'm like, what the fuck is this, James? Like, this is what you watch, dude? This is so stupid.
Beans and toast.
Literally the first one.
Yep.
And then he was like, oh, here's a video you have to watch. I click on it. It was like a 9-hour documentary about Tyler Perry. I'm like, I don't have 9 hours to
Right.
watch about the World War II. I'm not watching this. I haven't watched 3 hours of Tyler Perry content. I'm not watching a documentary about him.
Especially 9 fucking hours. It's crazy.
Oh, it's fucking asinine. I'm like, God. He's like, this is absolutely like single guy activities. I'm like, I got fucking 3 kids and 2 jobs. Like, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not watching this bullshit.
It's funny. There's always seems there's that unemployed friend that's always sending memes like fucking constantly, just like the fucking brain rot memes. I don't know if you have that person in your life.
Oh,
but-
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like, God, I wish I had my phone. I could show you. My buddy Matt is that guy. He'll like relentlessly. I stopped responding to him at all on Facebook to kind of like get him to stop, and he still hasn't. But he'll send me this like random meme, and it's like the most irreverent bullshit. Like, there was one where it was like a cop. A cop goes, "Hey, nice bumper sticker, buddy," and it cuts to like the bumper sticker. The bumper sticker says like, "Only gay cops pull me over," and he's like, "Oh man, it's just a joke." And then the next cut is to, like the cop kissing the guy, and I'm like, okay, that's funny, but like, don't send that to me at fucking 11 o'clock at night, you
Right.
asshole. Like, you know, we're both pipe fitters. You know that I get up at fucking 4.
Right.
Like, come on. Yeah. My brother's, he doesn't send me like the real stupid memes, but he's the other guy that's like this single guy who is like, he sends me shit that he's excited to talk about or whatever. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking midnight. Don't send me a song about some new band or by some new band that you found at fucking midnight. My phone dings and I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong? And it's just that I was asleep and he's sending me shit when I don't want to fucking get any notifications. Oh, man. Fuck yeah. So what do you so circle back to music.
Sure.
I'm curious about this doing this solo act. So are you programming all the other instruments like on a Cubase or Fruity Loops or something, or
Quite honestly, I'm not sure how they're done. I had my the guy who mixes and masters all my songs. He makes my drum tracks.
okay.
So he makes them all digitally. I don't know how he does it through MIDI or something like that.
Right on.
But basically what I did originally is I sent him kind of my vision and then guitar tracks for all my songs, and then he made drum tracks.
Oh, right on.
Or a couple songs, the ones that I have like covers for, he basically just took the drum track and made it, like he transposed,
Digitalized it.
made it himself, so that way it was all consistent.
Right on.
So the only thing right now that I have on tracks is just drums, and then I play the guitar and sing live.
That's right. You said you had an emulator for your. Is it emulator? Is that the right word for the bass?
Yeah, it's basically like a little pedal, and the only issue with it is it tracks your bottom string, and if you're not, you kind of have to configure your music to it, if that makes sense. Like when you're playing chords and stuff like that. Because like I'm a real chuggy player, so it can kind of just like it
Gets muddy.
Yeah, and it's not really playing proper bass lines. It's just kind of good if you're playing bar chords and stuff like that mostly.
So this is. I was picturing like a loop pedal when you said this. Like I thought you would like play out the bass line, but
no, it's
as
like,
you're playing, it's playing what a bass player might play along with those.
Correct.
Notes.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's
okay.
And you can adjust it on the dial. Like you can have it track like your all 4 strings, all 6 if you wanted to. But I have it set to where it's just the lowest string.
Right on.
So it's just basically emulating what like Local H does, because he's got, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but he's got a bass pickup. Speak English, Nick. He's got a bass pickup literally within his guitar.
Okay.
So that way when he plays guitar, it's also like bass at the same time.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Local H. They have like one song that I know, I think. Oh God. I can literally hear the riff in my head right now, but I can't think of it. Damn it. What song is that?
Bound for the Floor.
Bound for the Floor or something?
You just don't get it a key.
Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Copacetic is one of my favorite words ever.
You never say copacetic.
But it's literally one of my favorite words. I almost got that tattooed on me.
Copacetic?
I don't know what it means, but that's a nice word.
Just
like good. Everything's good.
Everything's good. Everything's kosher.
I almost got everything is copacetic tattooed on me.
What the fuck? I'm glad you didn't. If I would have walked up to you and you had like relentless tattooed on your forearm, I'd be like, this
Well,
bitch.
okay, it's a knuckle puck reference, but
Copacetic is a knuckle puck
everything
reference?
is copacetic is knuckle puck lyrics.
Knuckle puck lyrics. Jesus Christ. She's like, I'm going to get the front bottom lyrics tattooed on me.
I love the front bottoms. The Front Bottoms is one of my favorite bands. So
I didn't really like them until we saw them live, and I was like, oh, they're fucking. Oh, we never saw them live. I saw Peach Pit live.
Peach Pit's really good.
Peach Pit's the shit. I was not a fan of Peach Pit by like just from like listening to music in the car with you, but then we saw them live, and I'm like, oh, they're like fucking legit amazing musicians. Like,
Yeah.
I would have never given them credit like that because they're a pop punk band, and I don't know.
I don't know that I would consider Peach Pit pop punk.
For sure, they're pop punk. Look them up.
Do you know Peach Pit?
Look that shit up, Jamie.
I think so. The name is familiar.
You really want me to look up?
Yeah, you're so bad at Googling too. You'll be like,
ChatGPT.
yeah,
I'm on ChatGPT.
just
Oh no.
Oh, wait, hold
they
on.
use AI.
dude.
What genre is Peach Pit?
I've gotten into that. That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah. Oh, we can get into it because me
Indie rock.
indie rock.
Indie rock, surf pop, bedroom pop, dream pop.
How about you just ask it directly if it's pop punk, because that's all kinds of pop, and it's a punk band. So
Pop adjacent.
Is Peach Pit pop punk? No. Peach Pit is not considered pop punk.
what the fuck ever. Okay. Breakfast at 2 p.m. Came on, and we debated the use of AI for like an hour out of the 2-hour podcast. And they were like very against it.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, it didn't surprise me. Like after talking to them for a little while, I'm like, okay, you guys are like very liberal people. So, and that's like one of the talking points with being a very liberal person right now is,
AI.
oh my God, AI, water, data centers, blah, blah, blah. But that's just not understanding. That's not understanding how the data centers work and how cooling towers and cooling systems function. It's just like it's a woke talking point right now, which Michael's the main guy, right?
Correct.
Okay, so Michael has good points about his hesitancy in like being okay with using AI. He thinks that, local artists should be used, and I told him like I talked about like the hell I went through trying to use local artists for my thumbnails and local artists for our, whatever, our episode art. and it's just impossible to get a graphic designer to be a reasonable price, do it quickly, and not be a huge pain in the ass. And like, it's just impossible. It's absolutely impossible. I'm like, why would I put myself through this hell when I could have ChatGPT generate something that is going to make me no money, which is a thumbnail on YouTube, in 45 seconds, and be done with it.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it kind of gets a bad rap in a lot of ways because people use it negatively. People think, when they think AI in terms of music, it's like an AI-generated artist with AI-generated music taking away from the bands and artists that actually do it. Whereas, for example, me, like I have, I'm going to, because I don't want people to come after me because I already have. Like, for example, I have a booking platform that a friend and I have created called Musicians Show Pro. And it's a building platform. It's got 200 venues right now, and we're continuing to build it. And basically, it's a booking platform for artists to book shows. It's got features like when you're looking at a venue, it shows the nearest hotels, the nearest airports. You can add it to your tour, and then it'll add it to your calendar. And then the one thing that's got people all worked up is the fact that within the calendar, you can click on AI poster generator, and it'll generate fucking shitty AI poster of all the dates that you've put in your calendar. And this guy, I'm not going to name him off, but he was commenting on all my shit. Fucking don't associate with this artist if you want to work with a guy that uses AI. To the point where he was commenting on all my posts in an Ohio bulletin board when I was looking for bands, to the point where the fucking venue made a post on their official page, like, you know, basically thankfully defending me. But it was frustrating that he's even blowing up my shit. Like, go look at my page. I have never ever put an AI poster on my page. It's just if people want to do it, they can, you know.
It's just an option.
Exactly. Yeah. And I have definitely, like, when I'm sitting at work and I get bored, I'm a big Steeler fan. I'll put in, give me the Pittsburgh Steelers projections next year if they had this dude as their quarterback, and it gives me a whole fucking breakdown. And I get excited. Or it's like, I'll get high and it's like, I want to build a camper off of a 5x8 trailer frame, and it'll give me like a fucking detailed breakdown and shit.
Dude, I do the exact same thing when I have time. Yeah. I do the exact same thing. I love playing with one of the ones that I almost like set my phone on fire trying to calculate it was, if reincarnation is real, how long will it take for me to live a full life span of every animal on Earth?
That's crazy.
High as fuck. Pre-wipe, sitting on the toilet.
Oh my god!
So
and my phone was like
crusty.
My phone is like physically hot by the time it came out with an answer. But
what was it?
I don't remember. It was like several million years.
That's crazy.
It was fucking awesome. But
there's a lot of animals.
Yeah, dude, it was a cool idea, and I was like, this is so funny. But I think, okay, so the industry argument is, it's using so much water. But the water doesn't cease to exist after it's used in a cooling tower.
I don't get that. What is maybe I'm ignorant, and I am, but how the fuck does AI use water?
So
am I dumb for saying that?
No,
I don't understand it either.
No, because you'd think water has nothing to do with computers, right? But so there's cooling tower systems.
Okay.
If you go to downtown Detroit, any major city, you look at a large building, you're going to see boxes that are the size of like two semi-truck trailers, right, next to each other. And you'll see mist coming off the top of them. So basically what that is you'll have some kind of cooling system where chilled water is running through this system, and it's cooling whatever the utility that building is using. And by the time the water gets back, it has gained BTUs. It's getting hot. That water's hot or warmer than it needs to be, and it's fed to a cooling tower, where that cooling tower is a giant waterfall, essentially. It feeds the water down these ribs where the water trickles down so that it can release and off gas these BTUs, which is heat. into the atmosphere. So you're cooling water by trickling it basically down a waterfall. And there's a fan that's going to be like sucking fresh air through these fins, I guess. Every single factory and large building on Earth uses, or at least in Michigan, use cooling towers to stay cool. So these data centers use cooling tower systems to cool these supercomputers and these whatever, all this hardware that needs to stay cool to be able to compute. Like a huge thing in computing, I'm not a computer guy, but I do know that a huge thing in computing is temperature, and you got to keep everything cold. Gotcha. I've built a couple of IT rooms where we are cooling these rooms to like 59 degrees, and they have to stay like that cold all the time. And a lot of them are up on raised floors because they actually like have air moving underneath these systems. But so I don't know, someone along the lines posts, "Oh my God, you can't believe how much water these data centers are using." It's like, it doesn't cease to exist when the water is used. I don't understand the argument here. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I need to read more about it, but I feel like the ignorance is on that side where they're like, "You can't believe it. They use 10,000 gallons of water for one generated video." And the water still exists. It's just heated up, and then it's cooled, and it's circulated back through the system. And there is makeup water because there's water lost through the cooling towers. But so what? Every industry in the world uses water.
Right. So it's just kind of sounds like a null argument because it's like every industry uses it. So if you're going to cancel AI, you got to
Cancel everything.
Yeah, I mean, I built at GM Lake Orion. We built this gigantic weld water system that uses 2 fucking huge cooling towers to cool off. I mean, it's just like every industry uses them. And then the real estate argument is like, "Oh my God, they're buying up land to build data centers." Yeah, every industry on Earth buys up land to build a new thing. That's every fucking industry. So like, I don't understand what we're talking about here. It's just a new tool. And I feel like if this was 200 years ago or 150 years ago, these would be the same people that are like, "We can't allow automobiles to be invented because it's gonna hurt the bullwhip manufacturers." What the fuck are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like the guy who makes dashboards for fucking horse-drawn carriages is gonna go out of business? Yeah, that's what happens when there's like the next industry is invented. Like, why would we hold ourselves back and not use the most incredible tool that works like a human brain but way more optimized?
Right.
You don't, like a human brain, it doesn't naturally go, "I want to research motorcycles. Okay, let me go to the drawer that says motorcycles and find..." That doesn't, no, we are like, let me scan through, let me optimize and go through these thoughts to get to let me get to the meat immediately instead of all these roundabout forums that we would have had to read on Google. And then before that, the books that we would have had to read to get to the information we're looking for. It's a tool that just needs to be used with morals. That's all it is.
Correct. No, and I think that would be a concern for me, is like the fact of even now I could take a quick clip of myself, and then there's a program I have called like Sora. Son of a bitch, I keep dropping the cap. We'll get that after. But you can generate videos of yourself, and they look really accurate to the point where like they would convince most like middle-aged to senior citizen people like that it's a real video. It's like that convincing. And I'm sure you guys have seen like videos of presidents, stuff like that, and shit where it's like all AI.
Yeah.
And give it a couple years, it's going to be to the point where you literally will not be able to
indistinguishable. From last year to this year, the progress that AI generated images and AI generated videos has made is insane. Mm-hmm. Like the first logo that we ever had for this podcast was AI generated because I reached out to a couple of fucking people and they just were impossible to work with. I was like, fuck this. Let's try ChatGPT. And it gave me a janky fucking logo. And I was like, all right, sick. We're running with that because I'm sick of trying to, ask for what I want, and then it's like months later and nothing's happening, right? So, but now I can like take like we for each episode we take a picture of some the artist signing the wall, and then we take a selfie together so I can use that as a reference, and I plug into ChatGPT. We're always fighting the guest, which is silly, but each one of our thumbnails has Easter eggs of the topics that we cover. So it's like, all right, like you and I, we've talked about AI, we've talked about it's fucking
mushrooms.
Yeah,
mushrooms. We
weed,
talked about
music.
weed, playing music. So like all of that will
variety.
be in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Like some kind of like all these Easter eggs will be in the background of the thumbnail. So I'm like, I could not get an artist to do this for me within a reasonable amount of time. Like, hey, I'm posting Nic Stevens on next Wednesday. Have a thumbnail ready for me. It would never happen. Or if it did, it would be something that I was so unhappy with that I'd be like, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing. Like I use Fiverr for a lot of stuff, and I'm not sure if you do, but
I don't use it, but I'm familiar with it.
like for example, I was sending my friends and cousins recently like a example of my recent single cover, or what I wanted to be my single cover, and they completely shit on it. They're like, this looks like terrible, looks like you made it on your phone, which I did. They're like, pay someone on Fiverr, which typically that's what I would have done. And I went on Fiverr, and like all the options are like, you can clearly tell these people are just AI, or these are crap done covers that are done within Canva, the same program I use, and they're charging $100-$200, and the cheap ones look like shit. So it's like Fiverr used to actually be like a legitimate thing of
for artists,
to
make money.
Yeah, it will make money as well as like get. I was using it for song promotion or album covers, or I would send them clips and they could edit videos and stuff like that for upcoming shows, to where now it's like scrolling through and half the shit's AI. So you can pay somebody else for them to use AI, or you could just pay for the program yourself and use it.
God, that's a scumbag move to
Exactly.
pretend that you're doing the work,
I
and
know.
then they just plug it into ChatGPT and do it, and
It's fucked up.
they made $100 off of a prompt. Oh,
Right.
that's fucking dirty.
Yep.
I feel like a lot of people are doing that though,
They
and that's
are.
why a lot of people have issues with AI.
Mhm.
Just because people are using it and claiming that it's something they made.
Yeah, their work.
Yeah, but that doesn't even stop at art though. I mean, how many
Well,
people,
no, like,
how many
even-
people do we know that are phoning it in at their job using AI to do their job half the time?
Anybody that I know. Do you know anybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people use it at work.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially, well, yeah. Anyone that has like a office type job can absolutely phone it in.
Even to like write emails, like if you're angry, like just taking it what you want to say
Insane.
and putting it into ChatGPT and be like, make this sound nice.
Oh, I do.
Nice, professional.
I do that to communicate with my ex because I want to just be like, you stupid fucking bitch, But instead, I'm like, I'll type out the way I want to say it, and I'll copy and paste it into ChatGPT and be like, can you rewrite this so that the emotion is out of it and the person receiving it is going to be more receptive to the idea? And it'll just be like blah, 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 blah. Instantaneously. I'm like, okay, that's better, right? I
We
copy
need
and
to
paste that.
foster.
Yeah, we foster diligently.
It always uses diligently and foster.
Yeah. But I asked for a raise via email, and I used ChatGPT to write it. And my foreman walks up to me and goes, Foster. Foster? I didn't know you liked AI. I'm like, oh, I'm a big fan. Fuck. He's like, yeah, you're not getting it. But oh,
Gotcha.
what a dick. He actually used ChatGPT to respond to me. And he's
That's
like,
funny.
and he was like, I didn't even read it. I just knew immediately it was. He's like, the double hyphen no one actually uses. He's like, immediately I knew it was AI.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You can still like, if you use it, like you can still kind of tell. Like scrolling through, I can instantly tell when people's posters or promotions.
I called her out
like that.
I called her out the other day. She sent me an email and was like, "What was the?
I
What was the,
texted you
oh right, I said email. You texted. What did you text me about?
your debt.
Okay, so she
okay, me too.
she sent me a text message, and it was like, I feel like I'm just when we're entering this new stage of our relationship, becoming a married couple in September. I'm
Congrats.
concerned about your attitude. Thank you. I'm concerned about your attitude regarding your debt and how seriously it could really affect me. And And I was like, immediately, I was just like, don't fucking text me using AI. I'm Matt. I'm not some random stranger. So I was like, I talked about it on stage that night.
There you go.
I was
Man,
like,
you are an open book.
I was like, I'm like, listen, I know I'm delicate, but you fucking don't generate. I'm like, if you're going to generate text messages to me, I'm going to generate text messages back. And eventually we'll just let our two like AI fucking cell phones just like talk in that transformer fucking language. And then I'd be like, okay, it says we can fuck now. Like,
there you go. I'm fairly certain it was South Park. I know it was one of those cartoons, South Park, American Dad, one of those shows where one of the guys couldn't text a girl or he was scared to. So, no, it definitely was South Park. So he started using AI to text her. And, like, he was having so much success. And then, like, at the end, it ended up realizing they were both using AI to text each other back and forth. Because, like, it was one of those things where she was texting him paragraphs and he never knew how to respond. And so he just started copying it into AI and then sending it back to her.
it's hilarious. I love it.
It's the way to do it.
Damn it. Well, fuck. Should I not write it? Should I not finish writing that bit then? Because that's like now it's like I'm stealing an episode. Fuck. Damn it.
Speaking of which, when you go up and, like, are you pretty much doing, like, open mic nights? Or are you doing full sets? Or how's that
Yeah,
work?
it's open mic nights and showcases right now.
How long of a set do you typically do when it's, like, an open mic?
It's like 5 to 7. Most of the open mics are 5 minutes. There's a couple of ones where it's like, oh, there's not much of an audience, or it's all fucking comedians here. Let's all do like 7.
Gotcha.
And then I did Keisha's. Keisha's was like, just fucking do it until we're sick of you, you know? Yeah. And which was cool to do extra time, but it sucked waiting because it was like, I'm like 4th on the list. Why have I been here for an hour and a half? Like, fuck, let's go, you know? But yeah, no, it's I love it, dude. It's like it's a new addiction. I've been a lifelong fan of comedy, and then to like finally do it, it's like, oh, I've like unlocked this like new fucking psycho mode where I'm like constantly updating the same 5 minutes, or, you know, I have all these premises. Dude, if you looked at my phone and looked at my notes where I'm like, I have like ideas for premises and you didn't know the context behind them, like, this guy's a fucking serial killer. Like, what the fuck? But
for a while I got addicted to Kill Tony, just watching like all the episodes of that. And the more I got into it, the more I kind of appreciated it less and less, because it's like a minute, it doesn't give you enough time to really appreciate an artist and what they can bring to the table. And but on the same token, I feel like I have so much respect for a comedian, because I found on stage the thing we're trying to fucking avoid, both of us, is dead space. We want as minimal dead air as possible.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as a musician, I'm like up there and I'm like, you know, bullshitting, and then all of a sudden I feel in my head like that.
sorry.
You're good. Is everything there?
I don't know.
Oh, it's the landlord. You were saying what about dead space, dead air?
Or are we still live? Or not live?
Yeah, we're still going, but that was.
Oh yeah, but
no, I'm just kidding. You can wait till he gets back. But hi. It sounded like something was happening.
Yeah, like a fight or something.
I thought there was a fire, so.
Oh, I
was like,
fight.
They're kicking us out. I don't know.
Do you play any instruments?
I used to play guitar,
Cool.
but I didn't practice enough, and I should have kept up with it. But piano a little bit, but like I took guitar lessons and I tried to do that. Yeah. My brother could play any instrument that he touched. He mostly played bass in bands. So like you were talking about bass earlier, and I always pick up on bass in music. So that's why you were talking. I was like, I need to write this down because I always want to hear like cool bass lines. But yeah, my brother was a huge musician, so I tried to like follow in that, but I didn't have that. So then I started selling merch
There you go.
for bands. So I could still be in the scene, but I'm not talented.
Well, it can take a lot of time to pick up, and I know for me it was like the first year I was so frustrated in myself, like trying everything just to get it, and now it's to the point where after years and years it's like I built these calluses. And my dad was telling me the other day, he's like, he was watching my hand, he's like, all your fingers are picks. It's like the only reason it's that way is because you just get comfortable doing it.
Right.
For a while, shoot, I was, scared to play, and I shouldn't say scared. I was nervous to play and sing at the same time, and it just took a long time to develop all that.
Yeah.
At least I'd say a good couple of years before I was able to play and sing at the same time on ukulele. Then I transitioned to guitar.
I used to play ukulele too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love
I have all these instruments that I played for a while and then kind of gave up on. I used to sing too. And just gave it all up. Was everything okay out there?
I'll tell you off mic. There's just some building drama.
Gotcha.
I'll tell you what happened, but I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I literally yelled at them to go because they were scaring Jamie.
Oh,
Fucking
no, I didn't
nuts.
hear that.
But sorry, dude, that was like the most annoying.
He was like literally talking about how people don't want dead air on, when they're on stage, and then it was like quiet. I was like, what were you saying about dead air?
Yeah, that's
That's a
hilarious.
good bit.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, God. Yeah.
Are you good?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
I don't want to air out the fucking drama in the building, but that was annoying. That actually like pissed. That's got me completely in my fucking head now. I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good, brother.
Oh man.
So what were you saying about not wanting dead air?
Oh yeah, not wanting dead air. So I have respect for comedians because it's like I have that internal thing in my head where it's like I've said some dumb shit or whatever, but it's like fucking drum start, guitar start, like, and I can hide. You know what I mean? Even though I'm the singer, I can hide in the music.
Sure.
Whereas like you don't get that opportunity. It's like I could imagine like a bad joke and it's just silence and. There's no the only thing you get to fucking get you out of that silence is to keep talking
You're right.
and I could imagine this has probably helped in some ways. It's like just keep talking, keep it going.
Sure, yeah.
Because I'd imagine that's probably important.
Yeah, you definitely develop a muscle on like how to keep a conversation going, and an unintended consequence of doing this podcast is I'm realizing how bad regular people are at talking.
Right.
Like just like in regular life, I'll be like at work, I'll be talking to like a coworker, and you just see them kind of like fizzle out, energy wise, and like don't know where to go, and I'm like, it's all right, man, we're just working, we don't have to talk, relax, but yeah, dude. I told the kids we were gonna wrap up now that happened because Jamie's scared.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but so I told them to clean up. So that's what all the ruckus is out there. But so what a fucking stupid situation that was. Yeah, the only out is to keep going and just like. And you know what? You give yourself if you fuck up and like you start bombing, you gave yourself an obstacle, and now the audience like almost doesn't want to laugh, and you're like, all right, game on, motherfuckers! Like, all right, now I'm gonna get you. Now I have a new now I have a new obstacle I gotta overcome, which is I think it's good to bomb because it reveals where like the laziness in the writing was, or like where you're phoning in the performance or whatever. And I think I've learned more from bombing than I have from doing well. Because like if I do well, I'm walk off, I'm like, all right, cool, that worked.
Yeah.
And then I go and eat an absolute plate of shit at a different room, and I'm like, what the fuck? This all worked before. Like, why is that? But
part of that is probably sometimes not you. It could be the crowds as well. Which it's like a two-way street. You never want to say, oh, the crowd sucked, but at the end of the day, it's like. You said if sometimes you killed in one room and you go somewhere else a half hour later and it bombs, it's like
what was the demographic, what type of people were in the room. Because if you have a set that's catered to a certain type of people, like if you're telling jokes to me about fucking MySpace, like sure, I can tell you, yeah, I know what MySpace is, but it's not going to hit the same.
Right, you weren't on there.
You didn't experience the MySpace days.
Right.
Yeah, that, I mean, for sure. Yeah, there's absolutely a thing there. And yeah. I mean, so like I'm reading this book about stand up, and he said in there that I wish I could remember the author's name, Steve Sabo maybe, but in the book he says that if you killed in the room, it's half your fault, and if you bombed in the room, it's half your fault. Mm-hmm. So like, but it's also half the audience's fault if you kill, and it's half the audience's fault if you bombed. So like, no matter what, it's only half your fault, no matter how it goes. So like, you can take that home and be distraught. You can take it home and be content, or you can take it home and be like exhilarated. But just remember, no matter how it actually went, it's half your fault.
Right.
You know, and I think that was kind of an important thing for me to learn by reading that book. I'm like, man, so like, this is a way to keep yourself neutral no matter the outcome of the night. Because there's a couple days where I ate absolute plate of shit. And I was like, not yelling in the car, just like, I fucking wasted so much time. I've been driving for 3 fucking hours to hit 3 mics tonight, and I ate shit twice. Like, what the fuck, you know? And I get home and I'm like, all right, let's shake it off. Yeah. Listen back, and then like she's been like, listen back to the set. Maybe the set was okay. It was just like, you know, you didn't jive with whatever that room. And then I listened back to the set. And I'm like, actually, like, the words came out in a better way, or the performance was better, but the reaction was way worse. I'm like, oh, so I'm making progress even though that room sucked, you know? And yeah, it's a fun fucking discipline. I love it.
Yeah.
But dude, I gotta wrap up. I got the kids cleaning
Okay, but
up
wait.
here.
Do you have anything coming up?
When will this drop?
Probably in I would say like next Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can remember. My bandmates used to point at me for this shit. So this was the first thing I had lined up in the month. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Thanks
I
for
really
coming on.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I feel like we should grab a drink and a bite to eat sometime. And
For sure.
I'd
Yeah,
love to
definitely.
come to one of your upcoming open mics or shows.
Oh,
Let
shit.
me know.
Yeah.
I'll sit in the crowd all menacingly.
Get them all fucking.
Boo! No, but like
This
you
guy
can.
fucking sucks.
You can also like fucking shit talk me. Look at this loser. Looks like John Lennon, and hopefully that gets you a few likes.
If John Lennon and Jeffrey Dahmer had a baby.
Oh no!
God.
Let me take off the
That is
glasses.
not
Then it's the glasses.
It is the glasses.
But I think
You asked for it.
Yes, Sarah, my fiance Sarah, she's the one who fucking when I was getting these, I was like, huh? She's like, serial killer. I was like, nah, but huh?
They're back though
Yeah.
for some reason.
But it's okay. I'll make this quick. March 11th, I'm playing at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor. March 14th, I'm going over to near Cleveland. It's Maple Heights, Ohio. Going to be playing the Maple Grove Tavern with my good friends in Yellow Number 5. They're going to be going on a national tour next month. Shout out to them. I love those guys. Following that, that's March 14th in Ohio. After that, it's March 21st at the Diesel Concert Lounge, Chesterfield. Saturday. That's on Saturday. That's an Infuse Productions show. Michael from Infuse is a really cool dude. Then the 25th at the Lager House in Detroit. That's a show that I booked with Yellow Number 5 as well. A couple other local bands, Capstone Volunteers and Simulation. And finally, I'm playing a private event on March 28th in Port Huron, which I will not say where that is at because it's private.
Right on.
But
awesome.
You're busy. That's good.
Do you have people can find all this information also on like Facebook or?
it's on Facebook. You can just look up Nic Stevens, and I'm the dude with the crazy hair. Or on Instagram, Nic Stevens Music. That's where my link tree is. I got tickets to all my upcoming shows. Planning to be going on tour in June, releasing my single either next month or the following. And if I see anybody at a show, hit me up. You'll get a free CD or sticker or both.
Hell
So,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Killer, dude. Well, thanks so much for coming on. We'll definitely have you on again when there's not a fucking argument going on in the
Oh
hallway.
shit! Let's go get them in here. Let's all fucking argue.
Let's
Get
air it
on the
out.
mic.
Air it out on the mic.
Purpose is not survival. It's finding purpose in what you love. I'm pumped to be branching out and being like, hey, we're gonna sit down and have a couple-hour podcast. Is it?
Is it, dude?
Jesus Christ!
We just like talked for 5 minutes. I'm like, is it though? I've always been inspired by this shit.
Yeah. Dude, that pizza was so greasy.
It was disgusting.
It was not disgusting.
Disgusting.
Good times, Noodle Salad.